Welcome back to Salt Lake City for the IFSC Boulder World Cup. Last night and yesterday we had the men's round. Wow, what a competition that was. Some of the most exciting boulders we've seen, but today it's time for the women. Now this is the semi-final. So obviously we had a qualification round. Let's find out how the athletes made it through. Natalia Grossman is back in her first comp of the season. She's in the build-up phase before the Olympics and was looking strong, only failing to climb Boulder 3, but still winning qualis. The best of the Japanese women was Anon Matsufuchi, who came second and was clearly delighted by such a high finish. USA's Kyra Condi had a special round, flashing Boulder 2 and climbing 3 out of the 5 climbs.
So Kyra, what a round you just had in that qualifying session. The crowd were going crazy. Just tell me a bit about it.
Yeah, I have a new tactic where I try to stay really calm in between each boulder. Sometimes it's really easy to get too excited or too frustrated. And so after every boulder, I try and come back behind the wall and just calm down. And it's really been helping me both in China at the first World Cup and at this comp. So that's definitely what I've been trying to focus on, and it's been working.
And what's it like climbing in the TC? Because this is a place where you spend most of your life, I would imagine, and suddenly you're competing in it.
Yeah, I spend many hours here a week, so it's interesting. In some ways it's an advantage because we know how to warm up in here. This is where I warm up every single day. But in other ways it's kind of weird. We're used to staying at hotels and having team dinners and stuff right before events, so it's really hard to make it feel like a World Cup when you're just kind of going to work every day, you know? But that being said, I think it is more of an advantage. You have all your friends and family here, and you can really feel the love from the crowd, like you said.
Awesome. And I want to talk about your health, because you were sick a couple of months ago, something I didn't even realise. So you had COVID, right?
Yeah, I had COVID in March, and it really took me out. So I didn't feel like I was able to fully show my best in China. I felt really good for one round, but 2 rounds in a row I was just really fatigued. And so I'm really looking forward to feeling healthy for this event and trying to show what I got.
Awesome. Well, best of luck for the semi-finals. Hope it goes well. I know the crowd will be behind you, and yeah, kick ass.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Australia's Oceana McKenzie had a slow start to her round after not climbing Boulder 1, but got better after that, flashing the 2nd, 4th and 5th boulders. She made it to the Olympics in Laval last year, but Oriane Berton will be happy with her 5th place qualis finish as she, as well, builds up to the Olympics. She flashed the last 2 boulders of the round. Another member of Team USA doing well was Annie Sanders. She looked like she's matured during the off-season and made quick work of 3 boulders and zones in the other 2. Joining her and her teammate Kylie Cullen in the semis is Brooke Rabatou. She's got her eyes set on the OQS and will be using this comp as a warm-up for that. Team Austria's Jessica Pilz through the TC. Wild moves from her and we'll see her climb again, but down the order in 15th. Finally for us, Madison Richard just got into the final in 19th. Only attempts separating the thin line between semi-finals climbers and those who haven't made it through. Well, there we go. That's how the athletes made it through to this stage, and we're now looking at our top 20. And I've got to welcome Alex Honnold back into the commentary box. Alex, how are you? Have you recovered from last night?
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm fired up for another day of commentary.
Exactly. Well, today we do the Savage Cut for the women. 20 athletes down to just 6. A different format from the finals if you watched it last night, so a little bit more time and also more athletes climbing with split screens going on all over the place. And Alex, look, there's loads of Team USA.
Yeah, there are a lot of American athletes today.
Yeah, you're allowed to be as biased as you want, but it must feel good to look at that list and be in the US commentating with this many climbers.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too surprising, I suppose, at the Salt Lake World Cup, because I think Team America really shows up in force here.
Yeah.
But it is interesting compared to U.S. competition climbing even 5 years ago, and certainly 10 years ago. When I was growing up, the U.S. did not do well on an international stage like this. So it's cool to see a lot of growth.
Yeah, it seems like Salt Lake's just become this hub, and I was wondering whether it was the facility here, and I was told it's just a collection of athletes and everyone pushing each other to be better that's done this.
I like that hustle.
Yeah, with
She's
the run.
getting ready for problem 1 for sure.
It's my favourite thing to talk about is why the athletes run across the stage. I never understand it. I get it in semi-finals, but finals, don't get it. Well, Lucy
Well, they only have a set amount of time, right?
Exactly, in semis, but in finals, we wait for them.
Oh, I
and yet
see.
they still run. It blows my mind.
Well, they're fired up.
That's exactly it. I just want to get on it.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Right, Lucy is up on the slab and immediately down. 5 minutes instead of 4 for a semi-final. And we start things off nice and chill here. So these athletes qualified in the lower end of the semi-final. We'll see just a few of them. As we reach the middle, we'll have 4 athletes climbing at the same time, and then we'll chill things out again towards the end, where Natalia Grossman qualified in first position.
That was nice. That was smooth.
Yeah, and kind of blind around that corner again.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Having a bit of trouble. You've got to generate swing here, kind of from nowhere.
Wow.
That was a big miss.
Yeah, that looks scary.
Yeah, landing on volumes like this terrify me.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you were talking last night about that new school thing, and I think landing on volumes is something that young people in this sport are very used to doing now.
Man, they must have the most scars on their shins. Because every time you slip off a volume, it can be devastating for your legs.
Yeah, you watched the speed last night. The worst injuries they get is to skim their legs. There's some athletes who have permanent scars on their shins.
Yeah, I noticed that with the speed athletes, many of them are wearing knee pads, specifically because they hit the wall so much.
Exactly. Madness. So Lucy will reset. She's got 3 minutes on the clock. She's got a zone down on the bottom left of your screen that fills all the way up for a top, and that's the best score she can get by climbing the boulder.
I forgot, for the semifinals here, we really have to pace ourselves as commentators. We're excited, but it's going to be a long journey here. There are a lot of women coming out, and they're all going to have to try all 4 boulders.
Oh yeah, we've got 20 athletes to come through here.
Yeah, we can take our time here.
I have arranged someone to come in and do an interview midway through, so you can have a bit of a coffee break.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah.
Nice. Who's coming in the middle?
German athletes.
Cool.
So he will be arriving later on for a little chat.
Who?
Yeah, Theom from Germany.
Okay.
He's debuting the other day, so it's
cool.
be cool to hear his sort of opinions on it.
Nice.
So we should probably go through a few of the rules for you watching who are new to the sport. Those green lines you can see in the background, they indicate a starting limb. So the athlete has to have a limb on each one of the holds that's marked by those green lines. And they have to show control. They can't just tap it and go. We saw quite a few appeals yesterday about that. Once they start climbing, they make their way towards a zone hold, which Lucy has already got, and that's the big black sloper there you can see on your screen. Zone with the pink line. That's kind of the midway point for a lot of boulders. And from there, they continue towards the top, which is just out of your screen, but towards that yellow sloper.
That's a complicated move. You see, as she jumps, she brought in the one hand, threw the other hand over, has to catch, and then it looks like she's going to cross and catch the yellow hold above that. It's like a 5-part move that she did.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is one of the things with the route setting is the degree of complexity with the problems. There's just a lot going on.
Yeah, we're a long way from like simple paddle moves that, when the sport started to move in that direction, it was, one move, and then suddenly we're seeing paddle moves around corners, and as you said, lots of different limbs going on. Yeah,
I noticed that even when she was setting up the swing here, she brought the right hand off the handhold onto the volume, it looked like. It's hard to tell from this angle, but there's a lot of setup going on.
Yeah, there is. Well, she's making the beginning look nice and smooth now.
Yeah, so she swings around, moves that hand up, so she's not even on the hold anymore. Sets her swing, leads with her feet. Brings the hand in. That is a complicated move.
You need so much commitment as well to that. To land fully onto it.
Yeah, to land with your feet, latch the hand, keep harnessing your momentum to swing through to the next hold.
And that's a great shot to show just the angle of the sloper the volume she's landing on. It's not as dirty as it looks, that as well. It's mainly just chalk.
Yeah, she's got 30 seconds. Let's see if she can try one more time.
Better.
Nice. Yeah. It looks like if she had another 5 minutes, she'd probably figure it out. But sadly, she only has 5 total.
Yeah, she's done on the scoreboard, though, with a zone. So she'll be up at the top of the leaderboard immediately because of that. And we have a little pause here before the next rotation. Madison Richard will come on from Canada, and she is one to really watch. She's super, super strong and a regular in the semi-finals now.
Oh, yeah? I haven't seen her yet.
Yeah, Team Canada is great. I mean, Alana was in the commentary box. Sean McCall, he's waiting for the OQS. It's kind of experienced people, and then others coming through, like Oscar Baudrin.
Yeah, it feels like a new generation sort of replacing.
Yeah, I think so. Don't tell Sean McCullough.
Yeah. Well, if he qualifies for the Olympics, then, you know,
man.
and then he gets the last lap.
Yeah, exactly. He has more than enough chance to as well. He's
Yeah. I mean, he's certainly a seasoned competitor.
He is indeed.
He knows how to get it done.
So here is Madison. She was 7th in China in the Boulder comp recently. Did okay in the World Champs. Kind of top 40.
Makes short work of that intro move. Oh, and she catches it very differently. That's cool.
Yeah, legs flying above her head there. She latched that hold before the zone. Now starts the swing with her
Trying to
feet.
find her swing. Trying to find the right way to swing in the correct direction. Oh, cool. Cool. She's a little taller, maybe. Able to get that foot over there.
This is going to be a massive press, though. Yeah, she changes her mind again.
Oh, close.
Yeah, because to get that left foot on the volume and then press off the zone hold like that.
Yeah, it would be a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to do.
But for her first attempt, that was you know, she just did a good job unlocking a lot of the puzzle.
I was distracted by the chalk back there. That's brilliant. That's a chicken with legs.
I just look right past that. I got to say the weird.
That's
the
all
weird
I was
specialty
looking
bags. That's just.
It's one of my favourite I've seen, actually. It's good.
Oh, smart. Pace yourself. Take a sip of water. Relax. It's got to be tough when you're the only competitor out and the whole auditorium is just staring at you.
Yeah. And it's not too bad the start today. It started at 10 a.m., but usually it's a bit earlier, and the athletes are in isolation, so 6 a.m. in the morning. You know,
Oh, wow.
it's brutal.
How long do they have to be in isolation before
It's
the
about
competition?
2 hours before it kicks off, usually.
That was nice.
Oh. All right, so she tried to do this statically. She might go again.
I don't think so. I think she's going to do the same thing.
So you think it's just
She was close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you
to
should just
start
use
the
it to
swing.
get her swing going the way she wants. Close.
Yeah, it's difficult. Like hanging off like that and creating the swing is hard to do and really core intensive. So I guess just hitting that volume.
Well, and generating a swing, the last competitor, Lucy, was using the right hand around the corner, so it allows her to control her angle more. And now Madison has both hands on the sloper, so it kind of limits the options in how you can start your swing going. But she's using the foot over on the yellow volume, so, you know, it's just interesting. We're only 2 competitors in. We're already seeing 2 totally different sets of beta. That felt like the theme from yesterday was that every problem had just so many different methods.
Yeah, do go back and watch that. I think Alex enjoyed it. No, well, we all enjoyed it yesterday, especially the semi-final, which was one of the best semi-finals I've seen. Madison goes again. A big swing, which is more in control every time she does that move now.
It's funny, these intro moves, both competitors have made them look relatively easy. I bet they're not that easy. Oh, she almost pitter-patted the feet across the volume, but she's not quite getting as much swing as Lucy did.
No, she's not. And yeah.
But it's hard to know if she needs it because she's a little longer, so maybe she can reach that left hand with more control, and then, you know, it's just hard to know.
I think she just might need a bit more pop, sort of to land on that volume rather than try to skitter across it.
Yeah. And yet, if she skitters across it successfully next go, we'll be like, well, that's the way to do it.
Thanks, Madison.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about watching this is that all it takes is one competitor to unlock the method, and you're like, that's the new way.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Yeah, we are going to try to put Alex on some of the boulders later on this afternoon, so you'll get to hopefully try some of these moves.
The semis or the finals?
The final ones, hopefully.
I feel like I should try these after analyzing 20 different women trying them. I might actually be able to do the moves.
That's a good point. I think that the route setters might get very angry at us, though.
Oh, yeah, because they need to reset for the next.
We could try that. It's not a bad idea.
Which is something that's maybe worth explaining for folks watching is how much goes on in between the rounds of competition we're seeing.
Yeah.
Because all these problems are on the same section of wall. So in between each round of comp, they have to strip the boulders, clean the wall, put up the new boulders, forehand the problems, you know, try them, make sure they work, make some last-minute adjustments depending on the strength of the field and how they think the competitors are doing.
Yeah.
We saw that yesterday, literally right before the finals was starting. They were tweaking some of the problems.
Yeah, exactly. And there's some. I mean, we left the venue round about sort of 11:45 last night, and they were just underway with the testing phase. You know, it's.
Who do you think is more tired after competition, the competitors or the route setters?
It's a good yeah, it's a good question. Skin-wise, certainly the route setters are more wasted.
More knackered?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's destroyed sometimes.
But maybe if the route setters were as good as the competitors, then they wouldn't be as worked.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
You can start that fight with them. I'm going to keep very quiet over here. They scare me.
Yeah, they are.
Florence Grunewald comes on from Germany. And we'll see another athlete on Boulder 2 in a sec. And there she is. So Lucy is on Boulder 2, and we get to check it out for the first time. So Alex, while you're watching, you should have a look at which boulder you'd like to climb if we can get you on a semi-finals one.
Okay.
If.
I'll start making notes. That first one did not scream my name.
Okay. What's
never
your favourite sort of indoor style when you go to gyms?
Oh, like easy and slappy. Like low angle, lots of holds. I don't really have any particular strength.
You're very self-deprecating. I think most people listening at home would disagree with you.
Well, they haven't seen me gym climbing.
Well, that's a good point, yeah.
Lucy just did a really interesting toe tap to establish control on the starting holds, and now she's in it. Here we go. That looks
Talking
nice.
to the setters, this is one of the more powerful boulders here, but she's making it look easy.
Yeah, it's very strong. She's just sticking those slopers. Oh, lost the heel.
Yeah.
That was interesting in that she had to go past the zone hold first in order to, and I wonder how much the competitors think about that, because they want to get the zone because they want the credit. But if they're trying to send the problem, sometimes they have to make risky moves past the zone first and then get the checkpoint.
Yeah, it does sometimes happen, and often, well, occasionally a move is actually easier without the zone hold, and then they have to make that decision. And usually what they do is get the points on the zone hold, fall,
and then move on.
ignore it. Exactly.
Yeah, because you got to take the sure thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I felt like you could see Lucy hesitate for a second if she should go to the zone first and then went to the other hold, which is probably the smart choice in terms of sending.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, just to be clear, we don't know how these problems are supposed to go. Because with the finals yesterday, we got to talk to the route setters ahead of time and hear what the intended methods were, but we are learning the same as all the viewers on these. Just learn as they go.
I had a very brief chat just to find out which was like the hardest one and stuff like that.
Okay.
And the orange is meant to be.
The orange is supposed to be the power problem.
Yeah, in terms of physicality, for sure.
Yeah. Which is why we're already seeing Lucy rest far longer on that problem than she did on this coordination #1.
Yeah, I don't think it's too hard to start with this boulder here.
Yeah, and yet I doubt either of us could do that.
Oh, gosh, no.
But yeah, you're right that it's not testing their physical limits.
No, in terms of their ability.
Look at the skid mark she left off that volume. You hate to see that.
Never said the word skid mark on a broadcast. I'm very
Are you not
impressed.
allowed to say that?
Oh, I don't know. I've never said it, though.
Boy, when you see the feet just slide down the volume.
I'm done. So Lucy getting support in the background.
I'm sure Formula One commentators talk about that all the time.
Skid marks.
You know, they're bringing it to climbing.
Yep. It's a tough sport.
Yeah. Man, Lucy just made it to that next move, and that looks much harder. Going left-hand guest down up into that thing. That didn't even look like a hold.
Yeah, it's an interesting section of wall. You can see there, it's kind of maintained its
steepest part.
overhang.
Yeah, it's the steepest part of the whole wall. Or no, I guess actually the panel next to it's steeper, but that one's more continuous.
Yeah, exactly. It's consistent, isn't it? And you kept saying it last night. It's hard to get the width of this wall on camera because it's
the
long.
scope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, problem 1 looks like it. I mean, it travels 2 full panels across. I mean, that's really far.
And he's underway. Florence is underway there. Gets that swing down.
And you notice that Florence has been able to try more frequently than Lucy because the problem that she's trying is just less physically taxing. Everybody's having a hard time figuring out how to catch that left hand.
I think that's something which, as we progress through the semi-final, we'll see some
Other
athletes
people find
work
it easy.
out.
Yeah.
It's a bit of experience, I think, with the feet on that.
Yeah, and you notice that some competitors just seem so much more comfortable flying through the air and paddling, and they're just so fast. Oh, that looked close. That was almost there.
Yeah, big slip from Lucy. She's got time, less than 50 seconds, so she can go again. And Lucy, meanwhile, pulls up. Sorry, Florence pulls up again. Ooh, bit.
That was good reflexes, though.
Yeah, she just saved that, didn't she? I watched the feet hit.
Oh, that was her best go, it seemed like. 30 seconds, she's going again. Everybody's fired up.
You see there's a little dance or a little run they do back to the chalk bag when they think they've figured it out. You can see their body language change.
Yeah, they're fired up.
Yeah. Come on, Lucy.
19 seconds.
All about friction here on these moves. Keep the core tense, but left hand fires again.
Man, that looks hard.
So Lucy will leave us.
But 3 seconds doesn't quite have the
She's
time.
got to go. Look at the clock.
Close.
I think she would have made it
Yeah,
as well.
if she had 10 more seconds.
Yeah, that was really close. So
That's cool.
Fired
That's
the
a good
crowd up
effort.
a bit.
Yeah. At least people see that it's possible now. There's no right foot for sticking that finishing hold.
No,
We'll see it as other competitors get up there. I'm curious how you're supposed to do that move.
Well, here is Melody Sekigawa from Japan. She's someone the Japanese talk about as one to watch, and she was in the gym the other day with the Japanese team, super relaxed, didn't seem to be stressed at all by it. And then Madison Richard is on the power boulder.
Man, yesterday in between the rounds of competition, went to the climbing gym across the street, and there were a lot of people in the gym that are presumably here with the competition, but either didn't make semis, or maybe they're +1s, or just friends of friends, or who knows. But there was a very high level of climbing going on in the Boulder gym. I'd never quite seen anything like it. Just random people just crushing everything.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Oh wow! First go, she just sticks it.
Yeah, Melody is seriously good. She's just 17.
And now she has to figure out the balance to stick that other hold though. And look, she needs all this time to figure it out. It's too bad Florence didn't have the time. Oh, tricky.
Now the setters would have put that black holding to block the heel.
Yeah.
Where's that? Is she holding underneath with her left hand? Whatever, it was a goal. No.
Oh, so close.
So that's not going to be awarded. You have to have control at the top. And again, it was something we saw appealed quite a lot yesterday. You don't want to leave anything up to luck. It's like, you know, in boxing where you don't want to give the decision to the referee, you know, to the judge. It's a bit like that.
Yeah, you want to knock them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she didn't quite knock that one out.
Not quite.
But she did figure it out on her first go, and she still has 3 minutes to try again, so I think she's doing well. Notice that she's more fatigued from that attempt because she was actually up there trying hard moves for a while, whereas some of the other folks were able to rapid fire that start over and over.
Yeah, let's see what she did differently. It's all about the feet on this.
Swing, swing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, honestly, it didn't even look that much better than anybody else, but she just made it work.
That was good from Melody. She's only been competing since 2023, so new on the scene. Madison in around a little bit longer. She's sitting in provisional first with 2 zones.
Is there an age limit for the international competitions?
There's a
IFSC?
lower age limit,
Yeah,
and that's
that's what I mean.
changed this year. So
How young are you allowed to?
it was that you could be 15, but in your 16th year. And that was changing this year. Whether that's gone through yet, I'm not 100%.
Changing to go up or down?
Up, so just a bit older.
Yeah, because you said Melody's 17. Kind of like, well, she couldn't have competed that much because she's barely even qualified.
Yeah, but she's had an interesting, I mean, even in the youth scene, she hasn't, I mean, she won in, she did very well in Dallas, but she hasn't sort of had that massive youth experience coming through. And we talk about that a lot. And I mean, you competed in the youth scene, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
On and off. I was never any good. But I happened to grow up in a region where there are a couple other people that wound up being professional climbers, like Ethan Pringle and Kevin Jorgensen, who are both well-known American climbers, were in the same youth category as me growing up. So I was just never really destined to win any. Oh, nice. Really good execution on her next attempt on that. Let's see if she figured out what she wants to do for the finish.
That left hand is
Really
impressive.
nice.
Oh, it's the edge of the wall she's using.
Wow. Really good execution.
Yeah, solid match from Melody. Gets it done.
That was good composure. She figured it out, she rested long enough, and then she executed, and now she's done. That's great.
I've just got confirmation on that age thing, by the way, so it's next year it changes. So it got voted in the GA this year, and then it's next year that gets
GA, the rules?
implemented, the General Assembly. So that's where all the sort of
I thought that
big
was the United
decisions are
Nations.
made. Yeah.
I was like, does the United Nations vote on climbing rules?
Absolutely, yeah. Have you
Okay.
not been invited yet?
I haven't been
Oh,
invited
well,
yet, but I'm
missing out.
I'm willing to go
Yeah.
when they ask.
We'll get you a ticket, it's fine.
Wow, that's a tricky start.
Yeah, 2 toes around the corner on the jibs. Flicks the feet, high heel, good flexibility from Madison. She reaches up past the zone hold.
Strong.
I love that sound. One of our sound technicians was working hard this morning behind the wall, installing even more mics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
I was saying how much I love the squeak of the shoes yesterday, so she's very kindly gone and put more mics out there so we can hear more squeaks.
Well, it is nice to hear because the hitting the sloper hard like that, you're like, that's when you know someone's really tense, really tight, like their whole body is flexing.
I love the sounds. It's brilliant.
I mean, in general, good climbing is quiet climbing, but that, sometimes when you're trying really hard, you just have to just hit it.
Yeah. It's like in Font, that feeling when you sort of hit the top of a boulder and you just feel like a hero as the chalk puffs around
So
you.
in Font, the feeling is normally feeling more like a 0 as you slide back down off the top. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, on a 6A.
Yeah, totally.
Well, this was Melody's successful run, I think, anyway. Yeah, it was.
I really want to see the flip move that she does with the left hand
I
for the
think
top.
she hit
she catches
the wall,
undercling,
yeah.
I think.
Oh, is it the undercling?
I thought she was catching the black hole. Let's see if we can see it.
See, there isn't much of a corner. It must be the black hole, but...
come on. That's all right. I'm sure plenty more folks will figure that out.
So Lucia Tarkas comes on from Slovenia. And I know people will be asking, where's Janja? Well, Janja is not competing at this event. She's building up to the Olympics, of course. She was in China, crushed everything. And then I've been talking about Font. Janja was in Font, did the Big 5 in a day.
What did the Big 5?
I
know the Big 5. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the grade range, like 8A to 8B, I want to say. 8B
I thought you were talking about the really cool tall ones in that one sector.
Yeah,
those are kind of more like 7C data. I think.
Is it 7C data?
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of them are 7C because I tried them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't do any of them.
But yeah, she just turned up and did them in a day and then sort of left. It's amazing.
Well, that's the beauty of being...
Ooh.
Oh, cool. We're into a new problem and it looks cool. Knee bars?
I love a knee bar on a boulder problem.
Yeah, tricky.
Oh, there's
Seems like from the knee bar she could reach the zone, but she's not going for it, so maybe she's just not quite there.
I think it'd be awkward to show control doing that. I think you have to... Ooh.
So does that count as control? Yeah, because she was holding it?
Yeah, so she's moving sort of her body away from it, but it's hard because that rule... Ooh, big fall from Lucia. Little hair adjustment there.
So far, we've seen every competitor adjusting their hair between falls. It makes me wonder if just cutting it all off is the way for elite competition.
That's my method. I haven't got enough to tie up. So this is, we're looking at Florence here on the power boulder. And Lucy in the background brushing. I think there's a bit, there is a line of friction on top of that no-tex. You can see the dirtier bit of the hole.
Yep. I really just don't love the whole no-tex direction that climbing's going. Because climbing on it is so slippery.
Yeah. There's been interesting debates on YouTube in the comments about that. Some people just being like, get rid of it, it's horrendous. And other people being like, nah, I kind of like it.
No, I mean, I understand how it makes sense for competition. I get that. But, man, I don't like climbing on it.
No. Chia goes up again. Struggling a bit, actually, on that first move. I think there's more of a mistake, really.
Well, I think because that was it. She's got to get that right foot up to oppose the visibly frustrated with the start there.
Yeah, and this is where you need to step back a bit as an athlete, and that's what she did by chalking up. Just take yourself away from it for a sec.
She needs that right foot. Let's see it. Man, it's like she's having a footwear malfunction.
Yeah,
it's like that foot is just slipping.
Yeah, it's playing the shoes.
Wow,
yeah, no, it's true. I mean, the thing is. Let's see again. Yeah, it's trust, isn't it? Once it goes a few times, you've got to believe your shoes are going to work on something like that. It's not happening for her.
She also is just rapid firing the same thing over and over, and you're like, well, if it's not working, maybe try something new.
She's going very high with the foot, maybe.
Well, also the other competitors look more like popped, and then they stabbed the right foot onto the higher volume to oppose the right hand sort of side pull slopery thing. Yeah, it looks like her whole situation is different. There you go.
That's better.
Oh, that was it. Maybe she just unlocked it.
Yeah, and I think I might give her a boost. Look how high the foot is, almost on the edge where the wall meets the
Yeah, it's
volume.
like she's trying to stand on the corner of it.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's a little separation between the volume and the wall, and you can use that as a tiny little crimp or a little edge or something. But I think in this level of competition, the route setters kind of, make that impossible.
They try, yeah. The problem for her is you can see that she's struggling a bit sort of emotionally and psychologically because she's come on, she did okay, and then suddenly you go backwards. You've still got 3 more boulders to
she's just like visibly sort of frustrated.
I switch back to Lucy here. She's delicate on that friction, making sure of it. I asked the route setters if the zone was any good, and they were just like, nope, terrible hold.
On this problem?
Yeah, that zone here. You can't really. I said, do you match it? They were like, no, you couldn't match it.
Oh, good. It looked like she had to kick that left foot over there. Once she catches the left hand, has to stab the left foot to oppose it. These are such complex problems. Each one has just, it's like climbing used to be about sort of 3 points of contact and then move your fourth limb and then establish control and then move your, and now it's like they're literally moving all their limbs at the same time and often having to catch 2 or even 3 different points at the same time. It's so different than historical rock climbing.
Yeah. And especially, I guess, for you, because a lot of what you do has to be fairly controlled, because obviously, the stakes are at that level. So you don't want to be cutting loose and like
you're never
coordination.
paddling across the ball unless you're being filmed for Mission Impossible 6 or 8 or whatever, in which case then you just go for it.
So Lucia leaves on the top left of your screen. She's done. Hard for her, no zone, went a bit backwards. Lucy Garlick going as well, but 3 zones out of 3 for her, good work. So we'll get to see Melody, the only one to climb Boulder 1 so far on Boulder 2.
Yeah, I feel like for competitors to make it to zones at least, they're really engaging with the problem. Like they're sort of in it. And I feel like for confidence, that's important.
Absolutely. Well, Jessica Biltz runs down to the end. Now she's someone I would imagine will figure out the foot sequence here pretty quick.
Yeah, she's a veteran competitor.
Yeah, she is.
And also really good outdoor climber. I think she's done a bunch of things outside of it. Or at least some hard grades. Pretty sure I read about an 8A.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
No, I mean, she lives in Innsbruck, so it's like so
it's
much
easy.
around there.
Yeah, so convenient.
Yeah. She's already in the Olympics, so this is all sort of practice for her. Now, Madison is powerful as a climber, so this could be her
suit
style.
her well.
Yeah.
So for folks watching the live stream, are they just seeing the big screen or are they seeing the different cutout screens?
They're seeing what we're seeing, so the 4 and
so
the
they're seeing,
scoreboard.
so they're seeing exactly what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm desperately trying to look at the little boxes to see how Boulder 2's going, Boulder 3's going. I'm like, there's a lot to look at now.
Yeah, your
so
eyes start flicking.
Yeah, okay. So for everybody watching at home, they're also now getting into full manic zone. Trying to, I was like, can we bring this closer to us? I don't want to see the...
It's going to get crazy. Boulder 4 isn't in action yet, so you won't.
I'm gonna have a stroke like halfway through semis.
Yeah.
It makes me appreciate the finals format now, where you can fully focus on each competitor.
It's different, this, isn't it? But it's more of a sort of, for me, I find it a bit like Boulder radio. You sort of sit back, you tune in and out of it. It's a different experience.
But it's a shame if you miss one competitor's amazing performance. Like, you never know when one person is going to do something incredible. Because yesterday, watching this live, sitting in the bleachers, I was sitting right next to problems 3 and 4, and I saw a bunch of crazy things happen on problem 4 that I feel like would be hard to see on a little screen.
Yeah, we just caught it yesterday. Yoshiyuki's jumping back and forth.
Oh, really smooth.
Yeah, look at this from Jessie.
Let's see if she can find the... she tried to pause on the side pull.
Yeah, and drag that right toe underneath as well, just to take a bit of the momentum out of it. Madison trying to match. Yeah, and also our camera team, got to shout them out because it's hard, to select the main screen as well, to be looking and then deciding the shots. That's,
yeah, you never know when one person is going to do something insane.
Exactly. Experience helps. Well, Melody might do. She's already climbed the first boulder. She's very strong.
She's trying this a different way too. But that way looks too difficult.
Yeah, pretty stretched out for her. She's not... We haven't got her exact height, but she isn't the tallest. All right, Jessie goes again.
You have to wonder if Melody's approach to that boulder has to do with securing the zone. Like strategy. Oh, Jessie's got the right idea. That was close. Still 2 minutes to unlock it.
Yeah, she's learning, isn't she? Madison goes again. Big undercling moves. Doesn't really engage the knee on that. Doesn't need to or doesn't want to.
That's the classic. When you're too strong, you don't care about things like knee bars.
That shows how bad that zone hold is. Look at that.
Really good with the foot. Really strong.
Oh,
wow.
Holds the one arm on the crimp.
Wow.
Top in sight now, the crowd get behind her. Big move up though, it's far away. She finds one hand, needs to match. Looks for a foot, upgrades the right, bumps that right hand across the final hold. Energy's got to be slipping away here. She needs to bring the left through somehow. No!
Oh no. That was so close. That's a tough one to recover from because now she's got a minute and a half to suddenly find a lot of strength.
Exactly, so she sits and has some water, fair enough. Jessie reapproaches the boulder And Melody again. Melody's been resting for a while after that big physical catch she did.
Jessie's lining up her swing. See, kind of like struggling to find the right angle, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
so
wanted to
just not quite-
really slow that down, didn't she?
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to control the move, and really she should maybe just fly through it.
Yeah, she was fairly low down the order in a 6th place quali.
You sometimes worry when you're doing commentary, you worry about, you know, sort of over, you know, you're guessing as to like what they're thinking, what their emotional state is, but we've got to be wrong at least half the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, because who knows what's, oh, that was really nice.
Oh, look at that from Jessie. She's
There
in
you
now.
go. See, look at that. See, she heard me saying that.
Yeah.
She was like, that guy's an idiot.
She touched the side of the wall there, so I think it was that catch
that
before.
must have been the double. Oh, and she's trying to figure out how to do it.
This is her only
Pop
chance
to
at
it,
this,
pop
though.
to it.
She's got to commit. 10 seconds left on the clock now. Foot around the corner, drops
You can
down
see her
again.
problem solving. She's tried 4 different methods and hasn't decided. She needs to pop, pop, pop.
She'll hear the buzzers. No. Well, the zone was good, yeah, as you keep saying. A couple more minutes, all good. Yeah, it's an interesting question you asked. Like, often I used to ask the athlete next to me, because obviously I haven't been in this position that they have been. And it's interesting hearing how other people deal with it. Because you can never, as you say, you can never guess what they're doing. But I find it interesting when I talk to someone who's sitting next to me who's been in that position, what they feel through it. I mean, how did you, when you were youth comps and competing, like, did it stress you out doing this
Yeah, it
stuff?
stressed me out so much, but I couldn't handle the pressure. But I was also a child, and I was really shy, and I couldn't handle the crowds, and there was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a totally different level because every one of these competitors is elite.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even if they're young, they're still competing on a global stage.
Yeah.
But
This is Sofia Yokoyama from Switzerland. She had a good quali round. And we're seeing the final slab as well in the top right of your screen. Now Lucy Garlick is underway there. Not too hard a start, and described as just traditional slab climbing, that one. No real tricks.
which one?
The top right of your
Oh,
screen,
number
Boulder
4.
4.
Oh, I want to see a close-up of Boulder 4 since we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, the cheer.
Traditional slab climbing. Something tells me that this is not what I would call traditional slab climbing.
Comp style, anyway.
Yeah.
Tia really stretched out on that slope, adjusts the hands, pops the foot and goes. I'm glad she got a zone, actually, because that might have sort of settled her down a bit after that Boulder 1.
Though, something tells me that just getting zones on these boulders is not going to suffice for finals.
Nah, I don't
Because
think so.
as the higher ranked competitors come out later, I'm sure they'll be getting tops, at least on some of the boulders.
Yeah, I agree. Natalia Grossman was on form the other day.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Boulder 4. We wanted a close-up. We've got it. So when I say traditional slab, what I kind of mean is bad feet, delicate moves. Got to move fairly
Balance.
slow. Yeah, balance. No 180s or jumps on this one.
Yeah. No, you know, that actually does look like outdoor climbing in some ways. Like, it doesn't look like it visually, but it is the same concept, the same movements, where you're trying to keep your center of mass of your feet, move delicately, be gentle.
Could
like,
be
this
one
could
for
be the
you.
crux of the
Yeah.
Dawn Wall right here. But
Yeah, but there's a slight difference, isn't there?
I don't know.
No massive drop and camera crew and death waiting you.
Oh, the really nice stand-up with the toe hook. That's tricky.
Yeah, she tried it the first time, couldn't quite get it.
And
Much
then
better there.
Nailed it there. And a really delicate transfer of weight. Trying to find a way to just stand up very gently.
Either on that zone hole.
Oh, close. Interesting she had to cross to it. But maybe that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're going to tell Kevin and Tommy and people about the Dawn Wall simulator here at
I
the
do
IFSC.
wonder if the comp climbers bring stiff shoes in their bag. You know, like how often. Like,
They do.
You never see someone switching to TC Pros, do you?
Never TC Pros yet. Although I did a local competition in the UK and someone was wearing some Anastasia Pinks, which is like truly old school. But no, they do bring out two
Nice.
pairs usually. Have a soft pair and a stiff pair with them.
That's cool she hit that intermediate hold. I wondered if anyone was going to try that.
This is this delicate move again towards the zone. Oh, missed it twice. That's a tiny
Though
little pebble.
at least a slab like this doesn't normally take too much energy, so you can just keep trying.
Yeah.
It's difficult, it's technical, but it's not you know, she hasn't burned any calories yet. She's not like flexing any muscles. She's just like tiptoeing just so delicately.
She's got some toe pump going on.
How's Boulder 1 going? I haven't seen
Yeah, Sophia is, just looking at the leaderboard, she's got zone, hasn't got
Okay.
a top yet, so similar kind of position as Jessie was before. But easily up for Sophia, so we're talking about top left of your screen. She jumps over, Lucy
yeah,
in the
how she
zone.
looks oh, nice. Lucy found it. And she got it with the right hand this time.
But that, her sort of heel is pressing into her leg, getting in the way a bit.
Oh, she's trying to lean. She's got 1 minute to find her balance. You know, Lucy, though, has now got her 4 zones. I'm like, you know, you can go home pretty proud of yourself.
Yeah.
But obviously more proud when you get the top.
Well, she's close to doing that now, but time is ticking away.
Hard to balance. Man, all 4 women just grinding right here. Just going hard. I feel like now we're really in the meat of the competition when there are 4 people just going all the way through their entire allotted time as hard as they can go.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much going on out there on the stage. And you can hear the audience as well, sort of learning along with the athletes. So Sophia with a smile on her face, but I think she's done.
That seems more like a grimace, perhaps.
It maybe it's like
like
a forced
grim,
smile.
yeah, a grim grin.
But that is a tactic we see. Like Natalia was famous for it a couple of years ago, starting it. You know, just like forcing
smiling.
yourself to smile. Yeah, and it apparently just relaxes you, just puts you in a different headspace.
I'll try to do that through the rest of the commentary. Just forced smile.
Are you that stressed in the commentary?
Well, I am getting
Yeah,
kind of. Well, honestly, trying to see the little screens and see what each of the women is doing. That's a lot.
So Jessie runs in, and then Kylie Cullen down on the right. It's funny with Kylie, she's I remember meeting her on a train in Voronezh in the middle of Russia, and she sort of progressed into this really competent climber now. I think she's at university as well, so it's like crazy for me. I know her dad will be watching, screaming her on.
Yeah, do you think the competitors that are local, like all the Team USA folks, they probably have more friends and family here, probably more support on?
I think so,
Do you see
yeah.
that at all comps? Like there's always a local advantage? Or
It's a
like
good
home
question.
court advantage?
It really depends. Somewhere like China, for example, no, because it's so massive. People aren't necessarily from the area we're at. Certainly USA, you feel that. And I think everyone in Salt Lake's psyched for people coming here and watching their athletes and being in the TC as well.
Madison's taking a totally different attempt at it, and it seems to be working pretty well.
She's got stiff shoes on.
Yeah,
All right, Kylie starts her. Oh, look at that. And
that was strong.
Yeah.
Nice swing. Nice. I feel like she just unlocked the problem with 1 minute in. She's doing great.
That was a good attempt from her. Madison presses up into the starting holds again. Keep an eye on Jessie on Boulder 2 as well. She's on the power move. And then Melody on Boulder 3 is out in front of our leaderboard, a top and 2 zones.
I'm going to try to really zoom in here to look at Jessie.
Super stretched out with those toes. And Madison, you can hear the squeak.
You hear the squeak, that's terrible. It gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, love it. And a kick in with the toe. Works her foot onto that jib.
Jessie just made the zone at least.
Now there is Jessie Piltz. Matches, that's strong.
Yeah, really good.
That heel though, to release that and make the move.
Oh, that looked good. You could see her left shoulder engaged, like she was almost holding it.
Yeah.
Just need a little more height.
Melody's in with a knee bar. Locks that, looking comfortable in that position.
So we have another guest commentator showing up. So exciting. I'll be
Yes.
replaced soon.
I thought, you know, you need a coffee break.
No, of course, of course. Well, honestly, I'm going to go out and watch live.
Okay.
It's just a different vibe when you can tell what the audience is screaming at. And
Yeah. Well, I tell you, at the end of this one, do you want to go and have a check of the live, and we'll bring our guest in? Oh, he's just gone. No, we can't.
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So-
We're going to be here a long time, so
Oh yeah.
we're settled in for the marathon here.
Yeah, it's good atmosphere at the moment. The audience came in this morning excited to see more climbing after last night, and we're nearing the halfway point in terms of athletes. 2 more to come. Madison is now starting this little tiptoe moves over.
We're going to hear the squeaks again.
I love it.
That's the thing with the stiff shoes. You really hear the
So Melody's resting. So Jessie's looking a bit confused on the top of that boulder, trying to figure it out.
See, Madison's really not slab climbing in quite the same way. She's hitting with speed. She's trying to be dynamic, which I'm sure she could make it work, but it's probably not the intended way to climb that slab.
So Kylie got close, Crowd got behind her, but didn't quite manage to grab that yellow sloper. Jess is in again with the heel.
Ooh, let's see if she can just engage that left arm this time. This is a tough boulder to have to repeat multiple times because it just looks so powerful.
Yeah,
she's getting a little more height. Oh, that's funny. She tried to get a little more height, but then her feet blew, which is understandable when you get
Oh, big fall from Melody. Lands like a cat, though. I think she kept her face off. Joe, I don't know, she touched her face.
Is that a cat that landed on his face?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Cat has used a life anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's down to 8 lives for the rest of the comp.
She's done. I think she just caught herself on her elbows, but that was a nasty
Either
one.
way, it's a padded, it's padded. So.
Yeah. Oh, slightly.
Kylie just didn't quite nail the accuracy there. She's got 30 seconds. Oh, I don't think she should be brushing. If she's going again, she needs to go right now. Especially considering all the other competitors needed at least 15, 20 seconds to do the last move.
Yeah, and she's got the zone
Ooh,
already.
look at Melody. She's getting the no-hands knee bar right there.
It's outdoor props going on
that's...
there. And a toe underneath. Pops the right foot, though, for a sec. Hits the sloper with the right hand. Needs to do this move towards the crimp.
That was the right idea, but it honestly didn't look that close.
No, feet were swinging out there behind it. So everyone leaves. A tense, cagey start. Not too many sends. That from Melody was the only one so far.
Seems like probably well set boulders in that, the best climbers haven't come out yet, and we're seeing people making progress but not really doing them.
Yeah, things usually start to ramp up kind of in the last 5 or so athletes of the semi-final. Lucia Dorfel runs down the end, another member of Team Germany. Hannah Moyle not here at this comp. Sophia Yokoyama on power boulder 2. Lucia Tarkas recovered a bit with the zone. She's on boulder 3 now. That's Florence Gunveld down on the
Are we
slab.
seeing current standings on the right?
Yes, so that's as we're seeing it. And it's interesting, what happens is the judges input the scores into sort of iPad-type devices against, we use a vertical life system to then sort of
vertical life.
bring it in. Yeah. Taking over climbing, those guys.
Oh, yeah.
And you can, there's a free app you can download wherever you get your apps, and it's an IFSC app, and that gives you scoring, and it also shows you where the appeals are coming in, so it highlights in yellow if an athlete's under appeal.
Lucia trying to find the right swing. Didn't really look like she got much traction on that volume. The feet just skated right off it.
Sia is another powerful climber. She'll enjoy this overhang here. Look how strong she is. She stands up.
Stands up and then discovers that the zone hold is the world's worst sloper.
Terrible.
She's like, disappointing.
Just leaves, get your stuff.
Yeah, that would be my approach. There's certain holds like that when you touch them, you're just like, well, I just can't climb this, and you just go home. That's
often for me.
It was just too hard. Oh, she almost saved it. It looked like she wanted to go left hand and then switched again to the right, and then didn't quite find the balance.
Sia jumps up again. Matches stabbing out with that right foot and just chooses to chalk up before jumping into the corner.
She chalked up last time too, and I'm like, do you need to chalk up? Because you're literally one hold in. But I suppose if it keeps you calm, and I think that's more psychological.
Just slows you down a bit, you think?
Yeah, well, it's like, I mean, it makes sense to have the chalk bag on because you don't know what the top's going to be like. But, if you're one move in, I don't think you've used all your chalk.
Maybe it's one of those. It's classic climber habit, isn't it?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just like a compulsion.
Yeah.
But normally it's more of a route climber compulsion than a bouldering.
Occasionally we see athletes drop a chalk bag and continue to try to chalk, because they're so used to doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you famously won having dropped the chalk bag once.
On lead.
Yeah. And
wow.
it happened, was it last year in Copper as well? Yeah. So it does happen. Sophia powering up, hits the sloper, bumps the right hand. Oh,
wow, that looks hard. It's nice hearing the sound through the wall. You can tell how hard they're hitting those holds.
So Florence brings that left foot through again. Oh, I love that toe underneath.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Yeah.
Really nice technique.
Now, what do you call that with the thumb? I call it a thumb scrag.
Oh, I call it thumber cling.
Yeah, I've
like
heard
an
that. That's
undercling
the
with
USA
thumb.
style,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's the American version.
Yeah.
This is why you need co-commentators so you can use proper English.
Yeah, exactly. I like thumb scrag though. I mean, you can steal that if you
Except
want.
that only people in the UK, probably only a fraction of the people in the UK have any idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So honestly, when you say a thumber cling, people are like, "What the heck is that?" But you could call it a thumb press, and that's slightly more.
It's less fun though.
Oh, look at that though. She just did a double thumb press. She's got it with the right and then switched to the left. And back to the right.
Wow.
That's when you know that she's really found her balance on that foothold. She can go back and forth with her hands.
Yeah, she's looking far more confident. Crimping the edge of the volley while pressing in with the
pressing
thumb.
with her thumb again. And then she's got strong thumbs.
Oh.
Who's it? Was it Jan-Luca Posch yesterday with the thumb?
Yeah, the back grip,
with the upside down thumb. That's going to be my takeaway from the men's finals was the insane thumb move.
I'm sure he'll appreciate you saying that. And also his injury update. He posted his Instagram that he's getting it checked. He had a knee injury, so it's been looked at. He hasn't said, or not what I've seen, that what's wrong with it, but he's hoping to come back stronger.
Let's hope that it's not a real injury and it's just a little tweak.
Yeah. See, it locks in that knee again.
Though on the other hand, if only one of the male finalists got injured by that insane stemming start, I'll be slightly impressed because I really thought they all were going to tweak their knees.
Oh, no, she's kind of changing this now. Goes
Yeah,
up the
she's
right
trying a
hand.
whole different way.
I think she might try to almost
Unwind
miss
and
the
fly
zone,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. If you're strong enough, you're like, why use the world's worst hold? Just skip it.
It's true.
Nice toe hook catch.
Everyone leaving apart from Florence, who carries on. 8 seconds, not a lot of time, and no, peels off back.
That's got to be tough with the slab when you only have a few seconds because you just can't really hurry that style of climbing. It takes a long time to get your balance quite right.
And often when the buzzers go, you see athletes like react to it sometimes, and it puts you off.
Yeah, visceral, like, oh God,
Yeah.
I'm panicked. That must be a competition skill to learn how to ignore things. Like, you still have to hear the buzzer, you still have to take in the information, but then you have to stay composed and keep climbing along.
I couldn't do it. So Oriane Berton runs down. Oh no, she's not yet. Sorry, my bad. Can't read. That's Mao Nakamura coming in. Another one to watch from Team Japan. And then that's Jessie.
Yeah, a lot of
on
Japanese
through.
here today too.
Yeah, they bring a big team pretty much everywhere they go, and they can just fill the spots.
Yeah.
We heard a Let's Go Kylie. She's
Yeah,
on
Let's Go
Boulder
Kylie.
too.
Hear a lot of Let's Go Kylie's in the. She's got a lot of friends in the audience.
Yeah, it's interesting hearing the teams that shout loudest. Team USA is vocal, but the Gambre as well from Team Japan is always loud. Melody bumping that foot, not comfortable yet, trying to press in.
Kylie didn't quite find the zone.
See, Melody did make that look quite physical. You know, we were talking about burning calories, like all that pressing is
On the
hard.
slab?
Yeah.
Well, but often you can press really hard or you can dance and walk your feet. You know, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But I think the fundamentals are that the wall is less than vertical, the feet are sticking out, your body should be against the wall. I mean, you shouldn't be using too much muscle. Not to say that you can't, but oh yeah, but see, she's so deep on that foot.
That's what I mean. She's really pressing full body.
But really, she should just stand up on the foot.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, you know,
No,
who am I to say? But
No, I think. I mean,
But-
that's.
yeah,
what,
it's like, look, she's pressing past it this time.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's going to try to squat back onto it again. Yeah, see, that doesn't seem like the way because now she's going to have to switch feet. She really wants to go with the other foot on her.
She's gonna have like Houdini swap the feet.
Yeah, I feel like she's sucking herself into a bad way here. Oh, Kylie, you got the zone.
Yeah, Kylie's in.
Struggling to find a usable part of that. Oh wow, with the higher foot. Well, that was the best that anyone's done on that. Go Kylie.
Yeah, I think Jessie touched the left, but didn't really hold it. So Kylie looked.
Yeah,
the
but
best.
Kylie was controlling the left,
Yeah.
but then just had to release the feet. She was using the higher left foot.
That was awesome work from her. That is Mao jumping into the corner. That little jump adjustment. Moves away from the ball on the right hand, drops into the sloper.
I kind of want to try that problem.
Hey,
That's the problem that I would try in my trainers.
which one? The one big on the
Problem
one screen?
one,
Yeah.
just because, well, for the top, obviously, you need your feet, but I'd never make it to the top, so it doesn't matter. And for the first moves, you're just paddling off big volumes.
So standing up again in your main screen. She's got to do this foot swap somehow.
Oh. That's scary too anytime you come falling past volumes, especially the one on the right, the little triangle with the chip sticking out of the tip of it. It's like that's the kind of thing that impales you.
Yeah, the one she brushed there.
No, the one on the right. The one with the little foot chip sticking on the top.
Yeah.
Like imagine hitting your chin on that.
Yeah,
that'd be the end.
Yeah, you don't see it. I'm touching wood. You don't see it very often.
Yeah,
But
because
shins,
anybody who's this good has spent so much time falling off these types of problems that they do have cat-like reflexes. Mao trying a different type of swing. And looking really nice. Yeah, really nice.
Sticky hands made that slope work. Immediately into the side of the wall. This is the figuring out sequence, though.
Oh, trying to find the...
No one's really seen the coordination catch. It makes sense to try what she's doing and rock up, but she'll know the setters have obviously tried to block it.
Well, will she? I wouldn't have known that. Oh, she's doing something visionary.
Oh, wow. She is trusting the heel. It's working, kinda.
She's trying to find more space.
I mean, just because the setters try to avoid it doesn't mean the women can't do it. You know, they do.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff.
What
like
she was
that.
trying there did look like, oh, now she's trying the other way. 1 minute. See if she feels the pressure. Oh.
She's resting, lead climber.
Yeah, I wonder if she's a lead climber.
Well, she'll be good at it.
Yeah.
Toe around the edge this time. Oh, she's trying everything. That's
she
the
found
way.
the right idea, but it was just too late.
Yeah.
Oh, but she does look relatively content with that.
Kylie going again. No.
Lost the foot.
If it goes when you're not expecting, you're gone. It just takes you off.
Kylie looked like she's about to rapid fire. But as her coach, I would say no, Kylie. that's a bad idea.
25 seconds though.
No, but there's just no way. Yeah, no, she felt the start. I mean, it's so powerful, you just can't like rapid fire or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now she's got the memo. She's done ski.
Yeah, she will leave. Low scoring round. It is just a bit cagey at the moment out there on the mats.
Well, that's the best draw yet to come here.
Yeah. It's a nice atmosphere. It's building towards the second half of this semi. Jessie leaves as well with no top.
Well, that's the beauty of doing this in reverse order. Like, it's interesting to see the first competitor that came out, Lucy, got 4 zones and is sitting in second still, with half the women having come out. You're like, you know, this is actually okay.
You never know as well. We've seen it happen sometimes.
No, I don't think she's going to make finals, but I'm just saying, you know, normally you think 4 zones isn't great, but you're like, oh, it's doing all right in this round so far.
So Agatha Calais comes out from France. She wasn't in China. Nice to see her back. And she's one who's coming from the youth scene and is proving her worth here. And the French are, you know how teams have certain stereotypes about what they're good at doing. The French are all about the slabs. If you talk to people, they tend to be very, very good at that.
Oh, she lost that foot too.
Falls off. She'll build up to it. Give her a moment.
Yeah, she's building up.
It's early.
Oh, look, see, stepping that left foot through, just like we were saying.
Yeah, better, I think. Although, nearly. I think she'll get it.
She almost caught that toe hook, but it looked like she was.
So you see a Dorfel on the zone hold, up to the bad slope, adjust the hands.
So that counts as controlling the zone and then using it, right?
Yeah, she'll get points for that. And yeah, there you go, updated on the bottom left. Wants a heel in.
Left heel. That was the most successful looking method so far. Oh, strong. It just came out. Did we just hear someone scream so good?
Again.
Oh, good. That looked really nice and bouncy, like springy off the volume.
So Sophia.
Oh, that looked hard.
So Agathe sits on her heels on the top left of your screen. You see a Dorfel also resting on boulder 2. Sophia having a long look on boulder 3, and Lucia Tarkas. Now she's straight back on. She hasn't had any rest at all.
Well, it's not like she needs it as much, though. She's on her last problem. She's on a slab. She may as well just go until everything bleeds.
Yeah, and it's this right toe.
That's perfect. Oh, she nailed it.
Yeah.
That's that learning you see in between attempts. Yeah. Some of the competitors just pick it up so quickly. I wonder if it's easier for competitors to chill when the other competitors are also chilling.
Yeah,
like a
picking
guy
up the
sitting
vibe
on
of it.
problem 1.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like this round they all feel fairly patient. They're pacing themselves. You're sort of like, okay. But if you see someone just rapid firing next to you, I wonder if you feel peer pressure to try it again, because you don't want to be the lazy one.
Yeah. What would you do?
I'd be rapid firing, because I'd be totally susceptible to this type of pressure. I mean, you know that the rational... No, I mean, if I was a real competitor, you would learn the proper ways. You'd be like, you know what? I need to rest 2 minutes. I'm resting 2 minutes. So you just look at the timer.
Do you think you take it that... Are you quite scientific with your approach to climbing?
No. I mean, well, honestly, you know, I have 2 small kids. I go into the gym and I just rapid fire until I'm worked, and then I'm done. It's like, that's... You know, you got to... But the thing is, I'm optimizing for time, not performance.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so springy, but in the wrong direction, sadly, for her.
Oh, Lucia with a big fall. Yeah, it's the whole dad climber thing. It's I mean, obviously you're a pro, so it's part of your job, but it's hard to fit it in, isn't it, in the time? Sorry, we were sitting Sophia here. She's really making that slope work. Yeah.
What is she putting her foot on?
I have no idea. Nothing.
I think it's a bolt hole.
Pops. No.
Wow. I swear she was towing in on the bolt hole.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen it on a Brooke Rapitu in Salt Lake a couple of years ago.
Maybe that's what she spent her 2-minute rest doing, was filing the tip of her shoe into a point. Yeah. She was like, I'm going to need that to go in this one little hole.
It's a climbing shoe brand needs to come out with a file immediately. Lucia, having made some progress here, isn't getting through that move. Agathe will go again.
Yeah, all 4 are not making a lot of progress on the boulders this round.
All right. Now, last time Agathe kind of pulled herself up here, she's staying lower this time. We're missing the angle. Oh, I feel like I've seen the tears just like peel off that boulder a million times. 47 seconds.
Well, you know, you gotta give her credit for effort here.
Oh, so much. I mean, to battle back from that first boulder as well is impressive.
Is it dumping rain outside?
It's meant to be. Whether I can't. Yes, I've just taken my headphones off.
We just
Yeah,
hear
it's
a
pouring
major
out
storm
there.
outside now.
Well, this is why we changed the speed to be a double yesterday.
Which was smart. Honestly, I really like the back and forth of men and women. Is that not normal?
No, that's normal.
Oh, that is normal.
It's just sometimes, occasionally, venues like spread the whole thing out and do men's separate.
I thought that the way it went last night is the way it should just always be, because it was tight, it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
And Albert in the commentary box.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
Though he did make me rethink doing commentary, so I got to, you know.
But he's a different level. I mean, his knowledge base on speed climbing is incredible.
It's incredible.
It's
insane.
It's different. Yeah.
I should do commentary on Yosemite Big Walls. That's the only thing I could match him in.
I'd like to see that.
We're like, well, they're linking pitch 3 and 4, and with a 70 they should make it, but you know they're gonna have a lot of rope drag going around that corner.
This is a North Face like feature. If you don't get me in the commentary box for this one with you, I want to be your co-commentator.
That'd be so fun.
That'd be brilliant. Let's do it.
That'd be interesting because I'd be the one giving the real information. You'd be just doing color.
Yeah,
like, boy, that looks hard.
I haven't got a clue. How'd you do that?
You're looking through your spotting scope, being like, don't look like any holes on that slab. Yeah, they must be struggling up there.
Yeah.
Okay, Katja
Devovic.
Slovenia.
Yeah. She's had a pretty nasty shoulder injury at the end of last season. Did well in the off-season to bounce back from that. And,
What happened?
I don't know exactly how she injured it, but I was with her in Font actually, and she was just struggling. It was like niggly, you know. It was kind of in that phase
so
of
it
an
wasn't
injury.
like she didn't like tear her labrum.
No, it wasn't savage. It was just
yeah.
one of those things she was dealing with.
Yeah, but isn't everybody always dealing with something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an elite competitor, you've always got... I always think of it as one injury on the way in, one injury on the way out. You know, you've got like one finger that's getting worse and like one knee that's getting better.
Yeah.
So, you know, you always have something coming and going.
I'm old, everything hurts.
Yeah.
Jessie needs a top here. She's behind. Although she's in fourth, that won't stay like that. Not the best semi-final round for her.
But is she going to the Olympics?
She is, yeah. She qualified in World Champs. So
maybe it's worth bearing in mind that for some of these competitors, this comp might not mean anything.
No,
like it might just be a tune-up. It might be just like a way to stay current. You know, it's like they might not really be competing to win per se.
Well, I talked to her in China. Yeah, exactly. Because in China, I was like, "Well, you know, do you care about this?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I want to win." You know, she's.
Yeah, but everybody says that. But if their plan, you know, if their training is ramping up right now and they're doing a tremendous amount of training volume, you just can't really expect to perform at your best.
Oh, exactly.
And so if this is part of training for her, then you just wouldn't expect elite performance in the same way.
No. In the same way we saw Toby not, you know, do as well as he can do. Similar thing. You know, he's in that process.
Totally. I think that we should withhold judgment on any Olympians for all this because this is clearly part of a different plan.
Yeah.
Oh, skipping the zone.
Yeah, strong from Mao. Now moves those hands up.
Strong.
And yes.
Really strong over the shoulder. That was great. Team Japan loving it out there.
Gets a heel in. She should do it from here, really. Just the top to come. Left hand on, needs to find a position for the feet, and does.
Oh, yeah. She's psyched. Team Japan goes crazy. The audience is psyched.
Look at that smile, wow.
Yeah, and it's still 2.5 minutes rest. Oh, we have our fellow co-commentator here. Perhaps I'll step out for a moment.
Well, let's finish this round, and then you can go and find some gossip back in the arena.
I'll go. I completely forgot. Oh, nice. Good execution from, that's Katja?
Yeah, Katja Debovic is in. Now, can she figure out this coordination
the double clutch. Let's see it.
You want to pull on that left hand, but
there's just nothing there. Huh?
No.
Oh, savage. That looked good.
That was close.
Yeah, that was kind of overpowering the move.
Yeah.
Instead of coordination, just do it with strength. But if you have the strength, make it happen.
So Kylie, we haven't talked much about her, but she gets the knee bar in, drops back to shake out.
I sort of think anytime people try to rest on a boulder, it's probably a bad strategy. You know, it's like, it's almost better just dropping and going again with a fresh. But I mean, I don't know. Unless it's like a great rest or like a no-hand stem or something.
And the setters obviously try to avoid, you know.
Oh, look at Jessie trying to step on the edge of the volume. She was trying to put her foot on the very top of it.
Yeah, that right foot is solid on a jib. It's the left that's the problem.
We haven't even seen the top of this boulder. Like, where do they go from here?
Up and right.
Well, yeah, I could have guessed that, but
yeah. Well, you never know. Maybe go back.
Oh wow, she's successfully stepping on the top of that volume and looking quite composed.
Oh, look at the eyes on those. She's
standing there, no hands.
No
just
hands.
bleeding.
Yeah. And interesting that wrap, and that's another thumb grip.
Yeah, thumb and then pinching it with the fingers above.
We talked a lot about thumbs, haven't we? There's the top. You can see it now. So it's sloper, which you got to hold, and then maybe go again. Bump, bump.
She's got 1 more minute. Kylie back on her knees. Looking like she's trying to skip the zone and just fly out left, which we've seen some of the other women try. Oh, wow, that looks hard.
I mean, you're matching that.
Yeah, that sounds...
Yeah, easy to fire off.
And then having your hand blow off, that's got to be painful.
All right, so Jessie gets toe down on the jib. It's 34 seconds. Left leg just creeping up, trying to find the balance, but misses the pinch.
See how Jessie instinctively reaches back to protect her chalk bag every time? It's like that's real like outdoor climbing poise when you don't want to spill your chalk. Yeah. It's a valuable resource. You don't want to lose any.
Jessie will leave, and that's not going to be enough for finals for her. She's in third at the moment, but I think that will change. And see it. Oh, no.
And Katja doesn't have the time to get to the top again. Okay,
tricky.
Swap in, huh?
All right, man, come back whenever you want. I'll see you in a bit.
I'll come back in a little while.
So, Alex has gone to get some gossip. Brooke Rabatou comes on with a huge reaction to the crowd. Right, sir, tell us who you are, who you climb for.
Hi, yeah, I'm Torben Blum. I'm from Team Germany, and yeah, it's my first World Cup, and I was invited to commentate, so thank you very much that I can be here. And yeah, it's an exciting round so far, and nice to see how it's going.
Absolutely, and Brooke Rabatou coming out really energized the crowd, who immediately got behind her. Brooke stabs that right leg up. But yeah, so tell me, you've been out there in the arena. We're sort of hidden a bit here in the commentary box. So
true.
What is the atmosphere like in the stadium right now?
Well, it's pretty big. I mean, I think compared to the qualifying, there's a lot more people now. And yeah, it's louder and it's just more intense. And yeah, I'm not sure how it's in semifinals, but I imagine that, yeah, they got to be excited. And yeah, it has to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have seen some great moves. A gap falls on that power boulder, the orange problem on boulder 2. And then Brooke Rabatou up she goes, much better from the American athlete as she's in. And Sophia as well on your main screen starts the little dance over to the right.
It's a really hard round, so unforgiving.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? Like very small margins in this set.
Yeah, like normally maybe there's an easier first one or an easier last boulder just to get in or out of it, but here, nothing.
Exactly. Well, Agat will rest for a sec. Looks over on the right. 3 minutes 23 on the clock. Lucia Dorfel walks forward as well.
Lucia is really strong German athlete. I'm really rooting for her, and yeah, I'm excited to see her on the power boulder. I think she can do that.
Yeah, obviously you're from Team Germany. What's the feeling like in the squad at the moment?
Well, I don't know. It's with the Olympics coming up and some people being in the top 40 and going to the OQS, it's a bit split because yeah, there are the OQS people and then there's the rest. But still, there's a lot of excitement and yeah, a lot of development, and I hope it will get better over the next few years. And yeah,
Fantastic. And people like you coming up and through, you know, fresh blood in the scene. It must be a fun atmosphere. So we'll look at this from your teammate, because she's nicely in with the heel. Dragging that toe around the corner.
Oh, it's so hard.
Ooh, and Brooke takes a big old fall off there. Brooke slightly struggling just to figure out this first sequence, because that was a jump into the corner she couldn't get.
Yeah, most people are falling on the swing, but still.
Sophia pulls backwards. She's having issues on this move as well. All right, so Brooke goes again, back onto the slab, left foot low this time. We've seen a few different methods. She's going with the fairly sort of middle ground, standing right on the logo. And this is the move she had a big fall on. Better from Brooke.
Yeah, some people are matching the zone, but I'm not sure if that's better getting into the swing.
We've seen a few people do this. I mean, she's just trying to get the range in, get the angle proper, but she's not enjoying this swing at all.
Yeah, I feel like if you get the right hand on the right hold, then it's easier to get into the right swing position.
So you wouldn't match like she's doing?
I think I would like match in the last moment and then go, but I'm not sure.
So she wants a brush, and she'll get one. You see Adorful as well ask for a brush. She'll clean her own boulder there. And Sophia is just trying to figure this out on the far right of your screen. She's got 3 zones so far. Really needs another zone here.
Fight for the zone is always kind of fun and exciting because everything can happen and one top can bump you up.
Yeah, it's very tight at the moment, so the zones could be vital to a finals place. Sophia shaking her head. Brooke Rabbity will have to find this angle now if she wants to progress.
Is she standing in a bolt hold again?
She is indeed, and that was much, much better. And with 30 seconds to go, she'll have another chance at that.
Last go. Maybe another buzzer beater like Jakob yesterday.
It would be cool, wouldn't it? It was right on the edge. We don't want to give away any spoilers from yesterday, but it was a great competition, but we won't tell you who won, don't worry. Right, Brooke swinging. Gets in, 14 seconds. She's going to have to move. She needs the zone, though. Oh, sorry, she's got the zone. She was obviously going for the top, but yeah, so Brooke Rabbity with work to do in the second boulder. Our brushes come on, and the wave that they normally do, and Sophia jogs past our screen. Alec runs on. Ali Megan down for the right. Kylie on the slab, and there she is. Yeah, she's just 20, the French athlete. 18th is her best finish. So this potential to be a PB here.
Yeah, I saw her. She came out quite late in qualies, but I think she was one of the best on the third one because she got to the second last hole, and so yeah, interesting to see how she's going.
So Kylie is up and underway. Right foot on means she's going to have to do that. And yeah, that zone hold is teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Power from Katja Debovitz now. Hits the crimp, makes a bit of an adjustment. Hip close to the wall as she looks for the left hand. Hits the very low and adjusts. And that toe, left toe, is doing a lot of work. She wants...
That looks stable.
She's trying to work out how to release the right toe. There's a lot of weight going through there at the moment. Really good from Katja. Bit of a cut loose, still holding it. If she can get a right foot on, I think she might be in here. If you can lay back that left hold.
This looks really good, but the foothold is pretty small.
No, she can't engage the toes.
Ooh.
But Kylie tops.
the top in the last boulder.
Fantastic work from her. That jumps her up to the top of the leaderboard. Well, she
Amazing.
needed the zone, but the top,
Yeah.
way better. Listen to the crowd reaction from Kylie as she goes there. Massive. So, Katja, now, what's it like when you get that close to a boulder, like you personally? How do you deal with sort of having to go again when you were as close as she was?
Yeah, it's a real fight. And I gotta say, personally, I'm not the most, I don't have the most endurance. So especially on power boulders like this, where you do, I don't know, up to 7-8 moves. Yeah, it's really, you have to rest well. And you have to be confident enough to say, ooh.
Oh, Mao, sorry, we'll interrupt you because Mao got the crimp. This is the best progress we've seen on this boulder.
Hanging one-handed on it.
Mad, isn't it? And brings the right foot up. There's the top above her head. Trusts it, springs, no! She almost saved it by dropping down onto the crimp. But and wants a brush. She's still smiling her way through it as well.
I think Madison, she got to the top as well, quite early in the round. And couldn't match it either. So not over till it's over.
Absolutely, a stab out right with the toes. Good work there. Looking really flowy through this sequence so far. Drops down with the right foot on the volume. Starts to swing again.
Ooh, and sticks it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's better to match the zone.
Yeah,
She's seen.
I think it's all about the angle
Yeah,
rather than the match
sure.
really on that. But yeah, I think it's interesting. And it's hard to tell from the camera angle which is better as well.
Has she seen the wall? Yeah, all right.
Now this is what so many people have done because it looks like you could do it slowly, but the
Yes.
pop is the way.
Yeah, it's really unusual that there are like 90 degrees corners on a wall. But it's not working for her.
Oh, that's
Yes.
better though. She sat on that heel, made it work, adjust the hands, and she can just get stood up. She might get the second top here, gets a heel and she
Looks
will.
good.
Awesome work. Brilliant from her. She comes down. That's quick as well.
Yeah. And just as you can see, Katja, she's still resting on the second boulder. So, yeah, 2 minutes rest and now one last attempt.
Yeah, everything into this, and the same there with Mao. I'm so close for the top of boulder 3 too. Drama here midway through. All right, so Mao begins this once more. She came close before. Has she got some beans left for this? Locks in the knee, drops it slightly and hesitates, but manages to save it. Katja's come down.
Can she get it? Oh, sticks in one hand. Oh,
No. You could almost see the power draining out that left arm.
Really good effort.
She leaves close, but I think she knew that the time to do it was the one before.
Yeah.
So tell me about your plans next. Where are you off to? You doing all the World Cups this year?
Actually, I have no idea.
Okay.
We didn't get any nominations yet, just until Salt Lake, and then they said, we'll see how you do. And
That's stressful. So it's really
Yeah.
performance-based on this comp.
yeah, it really is.
Oh. Well, there's your teammate down at the end as well.
Yeah,
So when will you know which ones you're going to?
hopefully soon, so that I can adjust my training. But yeah, just making the best out of the situation. If I get another World Cup, then that's amazing. And if I don't, then I can train for 1 year and come back stronger.
That is true. Good way of thinking about it. We're looking at Anastasia Sanders here on women's 1. She looked really confident during qualies. Looked like a different climber, actually, from last year.
Yeah, I mean, she's young, and 1 year can make much of a difference.
I remember Mejdi was in that similar situation, and suddenly, it was last year, he sort of went away for the off-season, came back, and it was like, wow, what happened to that man?
That's true.
Oh, Annie, first time we've seen that big high left heel. And a right toe, interesting. To rest as
Resting.
well.
Oh, and Brooke on the second boulder.
Oh yeah, Brooks one move away as well, top left of your screen. Oh, look at this from Annie though. I mean, I know it's only the zone she's going to, but powerful stuff. Brooke, keep an eye, she's laid back and she's got one hand on the top.
Looking good.
Changes the feet. That's a double. That's a send for Brooke Rabatoon. She needed it.
Nicely done. First top on the second board. Oh, no, not the second top. On the
Second
board.
top, yeah. And Annie as well. No, she's not leaving. I thought that was a bit strange. She sent that. All right, so Agathe sits and has a think. Let's see a Dorfel down on the slab. Is Lucia good at slab climbing?
Actually, she lives in Munich, and I'm from the north, so we don't train that much together.
Okay.
But from what I've seen, she's pretty good at everything.
Okay. Well, we'll see that in a minute. Right now, this is Brooke Rabatoon. She just sent this boulder. It was on the small screen. We get to see it in big screen now. Left toe drilled in, changed her mind, got the heel.
Yeah, she's a heel lock master.
Yeah, she is.
Great to see.
I want to see how she removed the right toe, because that's been the problem for a lot of people. Oh, she's just boosted. Wow. That's super strong from her. And then really hooking that right toe on. And from there, fairly simple moves up towards the top. Had to rotate over to the left and easy to stand up.
Oh, let's see, yeah.
We haven't seen that many get to this stage. Just
Yeah.
shook out a bit of calf cramp on the right there.
I'm not sure how Kylie did it, but I think it is fast, right?
Yeah, she did it in the small screens. I think it is fast, yeah. You can't really rest. It's not much of a slow. Oh, no, she stops.
holds it. Amazing.
And hits the top on the top right of your screen.
Nicely done.
So the slab getting sent now. Annie Sanders has got the zone. And Agathe has been resting a long time on boulder 3. There she is on our main screen now. Ooh, that left foot skittering around on the no-tex. Annie jumps. And it's interesting, Annie is using that sequence again, but not the toe so far. So obviously kind of eliminated a move.
She also took her small chalk bag, I think. So now, full on. Oh, and Agathe on the top.
Oh yeah, one move away. Oh, she needs to get that left foot up. She's only on a smear. No.
There's nothing worse than having a topple in your hand.
Oh, it's the worst, isn't it? And now with a minute left on a power boulder, she doesn't really have time to rest properly on that. Problematic stuff. Annie will pull on once more. So she's got this swing. This could be the last chance for Annie to try to lock out the top of this boulder. Doesn't like the angle though, so has to readjust. Better, but not getting the range. Agathe will pull on. It's so hard for her. She hasn't rested it enough. This is probably not going to happen, but
20 seconds.
Got to go, haven't you?
She has to sprint now.
I'll tell you what, moving quick though might be the way. Look at this. No, not quite. Just burning out. Oh, Annie's going again. She's got to be really quick, but no, yeah. The clock is against her. Pressure is against her. The two ladies will leave the stage with no sense. Well, we're about halfway through, or more than halfway through the semi-finals now. We're looking for just 6 athletes to progress to tonight's finals. And this was the top from Lucia Dorfel, matched in.
It bumps her up to first. Promising stuff.
It's promising. There's a couple of big names to come.
Ah, that's true.
But she's left herself in a good place in a hard round. So Oriane pulls on to the slab. Let's see what the Frenchman can do. She's qualified already, of course, for the Olympics. We were making some content with her in Paris. We went to a training session with her. That's going to be coming out in a couple of months. And look how smooth she is at the moment. This is brilliant stuff.
I feel like
Oriane.
this is her jam.
Yeah, slab into a physical top, yeah. Nale there is on the power boulder. Mao is a move away too. She
looking good.
And she wanted to do it in a oneer,
Yeah.
and then I think she realised it was a better hold than she thought and kind of changed her mind mid-movement. She's so strong. Katja, lay-backing an awful crimp, drops back to the slopey zone.
Ooh, can she get the foot up?
Oh, she's trying to. Big drop knee. You can see the thinking, but couldn't quite sort it out, and frustration now from her. Mao pulls on once more to go. People are telling me the boulders are cool. I agree, the boulders are pretty cool, aren't they?
Yes.
Tricky. Really tricky set.
But I mean, semi-finals is supposed to be the hardest round.
Yes.
And
It's living up to that, isn't it?
for sure. And I would dare to say most athletes prefer hard rounds. Because if you're sitting in ISO and you see everyone coming back after 2 minutes, that's pressure.
But what? Explain that, because it's something people talk about a lot. You'd think that if the boulders were easy, it would take the pressure off you, but not the case.
Well, I mean, if you know you have to top, and you know you have to top fast, and that means you can't make any mistakes. And if nobody's topping, then you can get out, be relaxed, and she
Mao's in.
sticks it fast.
She looked almost surprised to get that, but she was much, much closer. That is impressive. Easily in the top spot, and 2 tops and 2 zones. That could be a potential finals place.
Could be enough, yes.
Yeah, so the pressure ramps up because you know you should send the boulder.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, well, Oriane is still left. She's look at that smile from Mao as she runs past Oriane. Oriane has 2 minutes on the clock. Enjoy the first couple of goes on this, but let's see what progress she's made now.
Maybe also just another point, especially for climbers like me, maybe a bit younger, who Oriane sticks in, who like have their specialties, what they are really good at, and then other stuff they are maybe not that good at. And if it's a hard round, then it might be enough. Oriane,
Let's get this, because if she works out, I think she's pretty solid here. She's standing up nicely. That's going to be a top for Oriane. Just matches. Good work from her.
really good start to the round.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying?
Yes. So if you have your specialty, which you're really good at, and it's a really hard round, then maybe you can top one boulder that's within your wheelhouse, and that's enough. But if it's a easier round and you have to top all the boulders, then you have to be really, really round as a climber, and you have to be good at every style. And yeah, so this makes it, I would say, more exciting, because new people can make finals because they have their specialties which they're good at, and maybe they get the top there, and it might be enough. And yeah, I feel that's more exciting.
I think you're right. Yeah, and styles make problems, don't they, really?
Yeah.
So it's always fascinating when you see them tie together. Katja says no, she's done, leaves the mat with 34 seconds to go. And I think everyone's gone, yes. So we'll get a little bit of a pause. So, leaderboard style, we saw Mao Nakamura top out that final boulder. That jumps her up. Lucia Dorfil after that. Kylie Cullen in 3rd after her top of the slab. Sikawama after that. Brooke Rabatu did well, a boulder and a zone and a top for her. And Amigan down in 6th at the moment as things stand. All right, so we're going to say goodbye to you. Bring Alex back in. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. It was really nice.
It was awesome
Pleasure.
to have you. And look, best of luck for the rest of the season. I hope the German selectors make up their minds and send you to some more World Cups soon.
Thank you very much.
See you later, mate. So Alex is going to join us back in the commentary box. He missed some action, in fact. So, Alex, what was it like out there? Because suddenly, loads of tops went down.
Oh, it was way better action out there than it was here in the commentary booth. It was amazing. Yeah, it's so much better live.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Not to disappoint all the folks watching on their screen at home, but honestly, being in the arena and just hearing the action it's way more exciting.
Yeah, you got to come and watch a World Cup if you ever think about it.
Yeah,
Right.
she was interesting. Yesterday in the gym, I met a bunch of people who had come here from different parts of the country just to watch the World Cup, and a few families that had come every year for the last 4 years to watch World Cups. I was like, really? I didn't realize that it attracted fans the way other sports do now.
Yeah, especially in the US, I've noticed people driving in and taking whole weekends for this.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Agat is in. Oceana McKenzie on Boulder 1.
I didn't get to see the tops on problem 4 because I was standing way over on the other side, so I was next to problem 1. And that's actually something that I was really struck by going on and watching this live again, is the scale of these problems. Because on the screen, they just don't look that big, but in person, like, man, these are tall walls that are really long. I mean, the competitors look so small compared to the scale of the problems.
Yeah. No, it's good to have that insight, I think, because you're right, on the TV it looks different.
On the TV, you're like, oh, it's just somebody standing on some holes. That's fine. But in real life, you're like, whoa, they're so high up. Just seeing them drop from the top each time, I'm like, oh, your knees.
Yeah,
you know, like,
I know.
That's pretty high.
I agree with it, and this wall especially feels high. Well, Agat comes down. Osh got close on Boulder 1, got a hand on it. It's all action at the moment. Our eyes are flicking around. Annie Sanders on Boulder 2. And Brooke, after that brilliant top of the power Boulder 2, is hopefully saved something in the tank here for this.
She looked great on problem 2.
She did, didn't she? All right, wrestles in the knee. Look how bad that crimp is. Good. Oh, look, she just crushes it.
Makes that toe look casual, even though it's just horrendous seeming. Trying to find some part of the zone that's usable.
Yeah, no feet.
Oh, wow. Almost held it on the swing back.
She tried to pinch the no-tex on the volume as well. Didn't quite. Oh, top right, yeah, top left. I mean, oh, no, I thought she was higher right. So she's also over dramatic. Then.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Move.
No,
yeah,
no.
starting move.
It's the start.
She's tall.
Oh, yeah, she is very tall. And like notoriously one of the strongest women on the circuit. That's what everyone says about her.
She was on the youth scene a while back too, no?
Yeah, she
I feel
was.
Like she's grown quite a bit.
She has, yeah. And she's qualified for the Olympics and the Oceania comp as well.
There's Annie.
Yeah, Annie's in.
Oh, going with the wrong foot up, it seemed like. Kind of wanted to go right foot up, if possible. With all respect to her intended data, but she comes circles around me, but that.
But this is your job. You're allowed to tell him.
I just don't like, I don't like judging.
No, I think
because I'm sure she could make that method work, but it's probably not as easy as going with the right foot up.
But I mean, that's the thing with what we're doing. We've seen 20 athletes, or we will see. You know, we know the right and wrong way.
She's putting her foot in the ball hole also.
Yeah, classic Brooke at it.
Oh, solid.
And look how it works.
Solid.
It's
maybe there must be a foothold there.
Must.
You know, it's
Yeah,
a chip.
there's a
Yeah,
chip.
she's on a chip. Yeah, okay.
Up to the top.
It's just hard to see on the screen. There is a foothold there. Let's see if she can control the top.
Needs to bring a foot into action here. Drop back down. That's
wow.
wild. The crowd really cheering her on here. Gets the foot on something. That's deceptively powerful to go off that crimp into the sloper move.
Seems like she has enough time for one more effort.
Oh, she don't. Now as we can hype her a bit. She's one move away.
Yeah. Now she's at the top.
Way premature on that one.
And it seems like this heel hook method actually is what the women are all using.
Yeah. And the edge of the wall like that, I think, is the way.
Oh, really nice. Very smooth.
Ooh, nearly dropped it.
Nope.
Looks like once you get the toe in like this, it's kind of done. And she does match.
Oh, very smooth. Oh, great. Do you see, was it Brooke, or who was the woman who dapped the
top?
Yeah, the top.
Yeah.
I was like, surely some people are filing, complaints right now, even though it's totally fine. And honestly, that has more to do with organizers. Like the banner just needs to be more secure and tighter on the wall and whatever.
Exactly. I saw that and thought, I just had that moment. I was like, oh gosh, that's gonna be. Someone's gonna be.
You just hope that nobody complains about that though, because that'd be so annoying. It's like when you send a boulder prom outside and you just like touch some little branch or something, and then someone's like, dab.
Yeah.
You're like, that's not it. You're like, who cares?
I've had a lot of hair dab going on. I'm like, come on, like ponytails scraping on the ground or something.
That seems totally stupid.
Bit ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just
the internet. People love to talk.
Being like pedantic.
Come on, Brooke. One move away. No, drops down. 10 seconds.
That's fine again. 10 seconds. Come on, muscle it.
One last chance for Brooke Rabbitoon. Needs to bring that left up. She's got a snatch for it.
Oh, so close. Has anyone topped 3? No.
Not yet. No.
So, I mean, really, that's probably the closest effort we've seen on it.
Yeah. So Brooke now up into 4th.
The lead, she kind of has to top problem 4 then if she wants to have a shot in finals.
Yeah, I think so. Well, things are ramping up here. Only a couple of athletes to go, just 3, and Kara Condi is out. What a round she had in qualifying. I think she almost surprised herself a
Her
little bit.
physiotapes got USA, as a former Olympian should. That's the spirit.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Does that seem too much?
I mean, look, I'm embracing this American world.
I feel like if you've gone to the Olympics, you got a lot of leeway.
That's true. If you got the tattoo, you're all good.
Does she have a tattoo?
I'm trying.
hope
As I
not.
said, I'm trying to remember if she does or not. I think
That would
she
be too much.
does, but I can't
No.
remember. Oh, immediately slips there.
Though, honestly, we're seeing a lot of the women slip there, and nice.
Yes.
Recovers very quickly.
It's one of those things where if you qualify lower down, you know, you obviously you have to deal with dirtier holds.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so many women have lost rubber on that volume now. It's got to be coated in rubber. That was a pretty good attempt for a first go. She looked close.
It was. Right, who else is in action?
That's
here?
Oriane?
Yeah, Oriane's looking a bit annoyed, but she tends to look a bit annoyed.
And she's only 1 minute in, and she was on the last hold of Boulder, so I think
She's crazy strong.
yeah, she's got a good chance.
Yeah.
Man, it is hammering rain outside, and
Is
the
it really?
warehouse that we're in is leaking from many spots in the roof. They're buckets, like collecting water here and there.
Well, after China and Roofgate last week, I was joking
was
about this.
Roofgate?
There was various roofs that turned out didn't work.
Oh,
And,
wow. Was there water onto the competition?
yes, it affected.
And that was problematic?
It was very problematic.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
okay.
So I was joking about this. But like, it's fine. There's a whole warehouse roof. I was like, we'll wait and see.
Well, actually, the competition part seems great.
Okay, that's fine. Thank
But the
goodness.
rest, where all this production is leaking like
Is
a
it?
sieve. Yeah,
Oh, no.
They're like huge puddles just around the corner. But actually, when you go into where the competitors are, because there's so many spectators, it's much warmer, it's much homier.
Yeah,
It's all
free. Where me
quite
and
lovely,
Alex are
actually.
right now, we're in the back, and it's absolutely freezing, and apparently a flood. So yeah, it's romantic.
Oh, no, I shouldn't have been complaining because now the staff coming to check up to make sure we're not getting wet.
They
No,
are
we're
as
okay,
well.
we're okay. It's just on the other side there. But I appreciate you checking.
All right, Kairos.
I didn't think anyone was actually listening to us.
No, I can't believe that. I was quite shocked when
I know.
a gentleman just came to make sure we were okay.
When it's just you by yourself, nobody checks on you.
No one cares about me. It's you, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. When I complain, staff shows up.
Yeah, damn it, I don't have that
No,
power.
I'm not complaining. But no, it was interesting because going over to where the competitors are, it feels much more convivial. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
it's lovely, it's warm, everyone's like having a good time. And then where the production is based here, kind of on the fringe of the warehouse, is decidedly more utilitarian.
It's gritty.
Yeah, it's much grittier.
Character building. All right, Katya is matching Thunderklings underneath.
Yeah, looking very composed on that slab.
Oriane. Oh, someone's being. Is that a brush? Yeah, brush on Boulder 3.
Katia looks high on that.
She
You know,
is.
she must be tall because some of the other women were holding that way above their head. And she's like,
Yeah, she's tall.
oh, close.
I've seen a few ways of doing that. You asked about how they were doing it. So some have done that, sort of like
The paddle.
clutched it, and others have stopped.
Hmm,
So it's possible either way.
cool. Who's on one? Oh, it's Kara.
Kyrie, yeah.
Yeah, flying.
She starts this swing again. She's got close a few times, but needs to put it together now.
Oh, that didn't quite look like the right coordination. Though Kyra's never really been known for coordination boulders. She's kind of more of a powerhouse, like just straightforward and strong.
I get to go to Kyra and Jess's house next week, and we're going to film some content with them, sort of MTV behind the scenes of how they live and train. So
Yeah.
do subscribe to the IFSC YouTube channel so you don't miss any action.
That's here in Salt Lake?
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that day after para finishes.
Oh, cool. So you're just here all week.
Oh, yeah.
You just live in this
I'm
warehouse.
just here now. This
Let's
is
hope it doesn't get any colder or rainier. You'll perish back here alone in the warehouse.
Send jackets.
Yeah.
Nella gets that knee bar locked in. Oh, full.
Kyra just came
Kyra.
off that cross. Looked pretty good.
Oriane might have only one last shot of this on Boulder 2. Makes the match.
Gets a lot of height on that. Oh, wow, doing no feet. Wow, and held it even with the shoulder. That shows some strength that even when the body sagged, she was still holding on to that.
Full attention there. Kyrie goes again. I think that'll be it for everyone, apart from Katya, who's... Well, she's close. She's got time here. Top right of your screen.
12 seconds, one more paddle.
Oh, come
Let's see
on.
what she's got.
No, yeah, no, it's on. Okay, well, 2 to go now before we start to say goodbye to athletes and boulders. Anon Matsufuji is out, followed by Natalia Grossman, who qualified in the top spot.
Let's hear about Anon Matsufuji. I've never heard of her.
Yeah,
She's Team Japan.
just another, I mean, I'm going to pull up her stats right now so I get it right. But yeah, just another member of Team Japan coming through. And
really a testament to Team Japan's success that we just can't even keep track of all the Japanese athletes because on any given World Cup, different people show up and they all do so well that it's hard to keep track.
Exactly. I mean, her last, she was 6th in China very recently, so good start to her season. And just one of those who's, you know, as comfortable on a lead wall as on a boulder wall. Bit disappointing in Bern for her at the World Champs, but coming back this year.
Brooke on the slab, kind of needs to do well on the slab to stay in contention. Well, doesn't need to, but would be in a much better position if she does.
Yeah, she's had one of those rounds where it's, you know, one move more would have changed everything.
Very composed. That made it look downright easy to stand up into that. That thumb.
She uses her feet brilliantly. I mean, her
yeah, she
heel
looks like a great slab climber.
Yeah, she's notorious for it.
Yeah, funny her. I've climbed with her older brother Sean a bit, and same kind of beautiful movement, beautiful, just. I mean, this is what happens when you've been climbing from birth.
Yeah,
you just climb so well.
Yeah, and her whole family obviously climbing obsessed, been in the scene for such a long time. Competitors, coaches.
Yeah, when
everything.
both your parents are harping on you to improve your footwork since birth, you know, so you wind up being pretty good. Yeah, that was.
Come on, Annie, gets the knee in.
Oh,
no
looks
hands.
relaxed in that knee.
Love
it's
that.
funny the degree, because some of the women haven't even used the knee, and then Annie goes no hands and chalks up.
Yeah. Annie just.
Annie looks good in there.
Yeah, she does. She's one of those climbers who she just doesn't stop climbing. And you watch her in the gym, she just does every boulder problem. You know?
Funny enough, I've barely met her, but I was doing an event at gym once, and I walked in and I just saw a random young woman warming up, and I was like, that woman is really good. And then, as it turns out, it was Annie Sanders, who at the time was the national youth champion. And I was like, well, sometimes you can just tell when you see someone moving. And on very, very easy warm-ups, she was just floating on them, though. And I was like, wow, you can tell that she's just terrifically talented.
Yeah, she's coming out of Texas and that program there. And yeah, it's an intense program, though. You know, it's a lot of pressure on the athletes in Texas. And I think when you can rise out of that, it really builds you and allows you to perform at this stage.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've been interviewing all these competitors leading up to the Olympics for climbing gold. And it's crazy the amount of pressure, the tension. You know, it's like they're all saying the right things about how, I love the process, I love climbing, I'm just climbing for the love of the sport, blah, blah, blah. But they use so many words like the intensity, the pressure, like every interview leaves you feeling slightly stressed. It's just like, oh wow, there's just so much riding on these comps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, we just saw Brooke switch shoes there, which really makes me quite happy to see someone switch into stiff shoes, or presumably into stiffer shoes, maybe softer.
Yeah, squamas, are they?
No, those are, I forget what those are called, but oh, really good. Still 2 minutes.
Yeah, Brooke just needs a bit of luck almost. There's something to go her way. She's down at the moment. I mean, she's in second, but look at this from now on. She's in now with a minute 47 to go.
Let's see if she can find that heel.
Yeah, she's got plenty of time to do it.
Every woman has tried this. They try every different method, and then...
I love the tentative right hand, and they just go, nope.
Yeah, they touch it, and they're like, no.
There we go.
Exactly. And they all try it at least a few times.
Yeah.
I felt like watching this live just now for a moment in person, you could actually see the desperation on the, she tries the double clutch. You could see the sort of improvisation, desperation as they're on their face as they're like frantically trying all these different things, and obviously they're getting fatigued while they hang there, so they can only try a couple different methods.
Yeah, and you're one move away. It's like, come on, let's get it done. Look at that,
good execution from Brooke.
Well, she needed something to happen, and she's made it happen. So
I just almost started applauding. That's so exciting. Yeah, she looked great.
So that's 2 tops and 2 zones. That could be enough for finals.
Oh, that's almost certainly enough for finals because there aren't that many other competitors.
Yeah, it's starting to take shape, isn't it?
Unless somebody just destroys the final 3 boulders, but that seems unlikely. Annie just can't help but at least try that cross. No, at least maybe 5 women have tried that cross-handed approach, but nobody's made it work.
Yeah. She was historically more of a lead climber, Annie, but and you can see that, I think, when she climbs boulders.
Yeah, because she's climbing so relatively slowly.
Yeah.
Anybody that uses the no-hands knee bar rest 2 moves into their boulder, like, that's a lead climber.
Yeah. Oh, she's powerful, as we'd expect.
Wow. Staying on that low foot, making space. Trying to make more space, trying to figure out how to get her foot that high. This is the double-edged sword of being taller. It's really hard to get that right foot high when you're taller.
Yeah.
Because who was the first woman, I think it was a Japanese woman, who was the first one to top that problem 2? And she immediately, Mao immediately went to the right heel above her hand. That's the kind of thing when you're a more compact climber, you can just curl into the ball and bring that foot up.
Yeah.
But watching her ski down, that was like, no chance she's got that right heel up. It's like, no way. There's like way too much body for that small space.
Yeah, she has such a different style, especially Anna Mackenzie.
Yeah.
All right, Natalia Grossman's up.
Oh, Natalia Grossman.
Here we go.
Qualified U.S. Olympian.
There she is.
With
Look
a big
at the
smile.
When I drove in this morning, she was sitting in a car with, I think, maybe her mum or someone, just sort of preparing herself to walk into the stadium. And it was a nice moment where you see an athlete like outside of where they should be, and just that little moment of normality before all of this craziness.
Oh, look at that. She's even got booties. It's like she's coming to do HVAC work on your house. That's preparation.
See, for me, it's like a public swimming pool, you know, when you walk in, they give you those little shoes.
I don't have any of that, but
You know, I have the smell of chlorine in my nose when I see them.
Natalia making short work of those intro moves.
She was flowing yesterday at Qualies, or whatever
And
it
look
was.
how she just goes completely still and then starts again. Really nice control.
Close.
Nice.
Yeah. I think she's enjoying. She wasn't in China, and I think she might have missed, you know, that start.
The competition
yeah,
a little bit.
And I think she's happy to be here.
Yeah, it must be interesting. These types of boulders can't really be found anywhere else except for competition. So if you're an elite competitor and you want to challenge yourself, I forget who I was just talking to, but somebody for Climbing Gold for my podcast, one of the competitors, we were saying that really when you get onto each of these boulders, you could think of it as a little gift that the route setter has made specifically for you, because it should be calibrated exactly to your level of difficulty, particularly if you're winning, if you're one of the elite women who's going to make finals. They're calibrating these boulders specifically to challenge you right to your limit.
Yeah.
And each one is basically a little gift that somebody's specially wrapped just for you to challenge you in the right way. But I came up with that while we were chatting, because they were trying to describe sort of that idea. And then when I said that, they were like, "Oh, I'm going to take that to competitions from now on," because that's like the way to think about it.
Yeah, I like it. But and it is true in the finals, especially. They look at the list of athletes and they think, you know, we need to change this. You know, this is going to work for this set of athletes. You know, they do think about it.
We've developed another drip right behind the commentary booth. Yeah, you see that bucket? It's for the drip. It's really storming outside. But in some ways, this is the beauty of competition climbing, is that all these women are pushing themselves to the absolute limit, and it is hammering storm outside. And you're like, well, that's the beauty of indoor climbing right there.
Exactly.
Oh, really good.
Yeah, big move for the French lady. Gets it done. Long.
Oh, very happy on top.
Right, look at the scoreboard. Things are changing. She now moves up into third. It is all go. Natalia, having made good progress, needs to find a way through this next section.
Wow, Natalia stuck it on just the side pole. Didn't even do the... Okay, that's some superior display of strength.
She does a tentative hand, but she might be able to pull on that.
No.
surely not.
You know, I like being proved wrong, but that seems crazy.
She wants to,
Oh, she wants to. Yeah, she really wants to.
This is this desperation moment thing we're talking about.
Exactly. She just tried 3 different methods. She's composing herself. I'm sure her mind is racing with, like, okay, try that, try this. No, what about this? Except that it's all happening instinctively. Oh, there we go.
That's the... Oh, no, not quite.
She didn't quite span it.
And now the face changes, a bit more of a grimace there.
Yeah, a little more intense. I mean, that's not a great hold to just be hanging out on.
She's literally trying everything. That's not going to work.
Well, honestly, that actually could work if she just was able to span it a little more.
What, just really?
Yeah, with the heel. She could maybe... If the heel had stayed, she could maybe make that work.
Well, she's done everything now, so she can make an informed decision.
Yeah, hopefully now she has enough time to reason through it, to think, like, what's the best way?
Well, it's dramatic here. Women swimming all over the place. Oriane can't get that done.
Did you say women swimming?
Yes, women swimming. Swinging.
Oh, swinging, I see.
I
was like, huh.
It's not that wet in here yet.
Yeah.
It might be soon. Yeah, this was Natalia. Let's check it.
See that? That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is savage. Yeah. You see she stuck that left foot over there into the other corner. No other woman has tried that, I don't think.
No.
Or maybe some women have wanted to try that, but nobody's been able to stick it well enough to make it look like a real method.
I wonder if she'll do it again, or whether it was kind of something that happened and she saved it in the moment. We'll have to see.
It seemed pretty intentional. I mean, to stab the left foot over into the other corner.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see right now. 40 seconds.
Here we go into the sloper. Yes,
yeah,
it was.
And that even looks easier in some ways. But that's the thing when someone's really strong, they just make it look easy like that.
Oh, she just goes for a double clutch.
Easy.
Come on, Natalia. Foot up. She should be in from here, really.
That is a great example of problem solving.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that smile.
She knows that was important and the best start possible for Natalia. Oriane is still fighting, though, with 14 seconds now.
Natalia's definitely tweaked her leg with the crazy heel hooks.
I think she banged, when she fell, she hit a knee, I think, on the way down.
Hopefully it's that, because that is the type of pain that's annoying, but doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Whereas when you hurt something heel hooking, it's, you know, you never really know.
Yeah. Could be a hamstring, something like that, but I think it was a bang.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 seconds. We say goodbye to Boulder number 1. That's it. Won't see that thing again. Yeah.
Dunsky. At least now we can actually pay attention to what's going on the screen.
I know.
It's like,
so much action in there.
yeah, it's so dramatic.
I get told a lot that athletes kind of feel that sadness when they leave a boulder. Like they, you know, it's, and that's the thing, you'll never try that again. It gets stripped, it's done, you know. It's like in a commercial gym you can go and do it.
Eyeballing the slab here.
She is. Where is Osh on the scoreboard?
I thought Oceana was wearing socks, but I was to see that's just an ankle that's wrapped. I was like, wow, you don't often see competitors wearing socks.
Oh, there is a whole socks debate that goes on.
Is there?
Yeah,
on comments online, or are there actually competitors that wear socks?
No, there are competitors that wear socks.
Oh, who?
There's quite a few of the Indonesian climbers who do it. But what I was told...
For speed or for...
a bit of both, yeah, a bit of both.
Because for speed I could see it, but...
Speed, yeah, but apparently, especially in humid conditions, it stops your feet sliding because of all the sweat. That's what I was... That's the reasoning.
That is not a big...
I don't think so.
That is not a big. That is stupid.
But
I want to talk to Team Indonesia.
Right. I'll get them on the phone.
Okay, Annie's puzzling her way through, trying to figure out how to raise that right foot.
Oh, she's good.
Nociana's looking pretty good navigating that knee bar portion. She touched the zone hold and was like, well, that's a terrible hold.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, wow. That was a good way, though. When she was like, well, this is a terrible hold. I'll move fast. Not use it too much.
Yeah. And Annie's, meanwhile,
piecing her way across.
Yeah. But she needs a top. She's down in 15th. Oh, no.
Visibly frustrated.
Yeah, that feeling when you know you're going to fall off a slab before you do.
Yeah. When it's like when your center of mass is just not right and you just start to lose it. You know the inevitable has occurred.
Yeah.
You're coming off. No. Yeah.
And
that's the worst.
That's through the zone.
Oh, and on looking strong. Just need to be a little higher on that left shoulder.
All right, Annie will go again with 3 minutes 10.
Oh, nice. She problem solved quickly. Figured out the stand up.
Yeah, much faster, eh? You can hear Team USA as well. Come on, Annie in the background. Pretty sure her mum's down there somewhere.
Yeah, being out in the stands when Brooke came out for the first time, we're like, oh, people are psyched.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of friends and supporters. Yeah, Team USA is well represented.
Yeah, for sure.
This comp.
And the speed as well. Yesterday, I mean, so many athletes. Actually, we won't give away who won, but do go and watch that comp.
Oh,
brilliant
control. And you're looking good on that sloper. Really solid.
Oh, needs to find a foot. Gets the match.
Didn't even care for a foot. It didn't look like she just hung there.
Didn't need it, eh? Well,
I wanted to applaud again. I keep instinctively doing my hands out because you can hear the crowd going crazy. I'm twitching with my hands. Anytime you see great performance, you're just like, oh, that was really good.
Yeah. It's, you know, you're talking about atmosphere being back here. The one thing that's different, I find, watching it is you're watching it so intently in the commentary box that it makes everything feel special. Whereas if you're out in the crowd, sort of the whole environment, you get swept away with it. But it's very intense in it. Right.
Where'd that move? Oh, so Annie just moved into 5th with that top.
Yeah, it was a big moment. She needed it.
Probably won't stay there, but still.
Yeah, Natalia's coming.
Natalia's coming. Yeah.
She's rumbling through.
Natalia's in 10th after doing one problem.
Madness. I think I'm going to predict it now that Natalia is the one to beat in this women's comp at the moment. Just looking at her form from qualies and so far in semis.
It's interesting because sometimes you can kind of judge a competitor's strength. I mean, the way she did problem 1, sticking it away that no other woman even tried, it seemed. Yeah. You're like, okay, well, that's a totally different category. And I feel like you see that with Yanya a lot, where it looks like a different category. Yeah. What do the French call it? Or category? You know, like out of the category. Yeah. You're like, it's just a totally different thing.
Agreed. Oh, big move needed. No.
She really needs to swing that foot over to stop herself as she swings.
Yeah. I'd love to see a close-up of that left crimp, see how bad it is. It's hard to
Isn't that the little mini finger bucket thing?
Could
I think it's an okay hold, but it's just that you're swinging your whole body on a steep wall. It's like, you know, the type of hold that if you were grabbing it statically on a vertical wall, you'd be like, oh, it's a pretty good hold. But when your whole body is swinging on it, that's not good enough.
So look at that synchronized chalk dry, the liquid chalk there. For people who don't know what they're doing, so liquid chalk is it's chalk, like normal chalk. You put it in your hands and it's a liquid, and then as it dries...
But it has alcohol in it too, so it cleans a little more.
Yeah, and then as it dries, it becomes white like chalk, and you can see there the chalk covered the hands. And the athletes usually use it as a base layer.
Yeah, I find I like liquid chalk sometimes psychologically because it makes your hands look really white, so you feel super chalky, even though there you go.
There we go. Thank you for the
almost
close-up.
holds it.
You have to almost put that thumb right over the top of that index finger.
Oh, and that's time on the round.
We've got speed climbers joining us in the commentary box. Matteo Zaloni is sitting behind us, the world champ, who's come to watch from our commentary box.
Do you want to take over?
Do you want to come and have a chat? Come on, we'll bring Matteo in, and the last half then Alex can come back. So we rotate through, and I'm joined by a world champion speed climber. Matteo, how are you doing?
All good, yeah. Pretty happy about yesterday comp. It was my best one in a World Cup competition, so it's just still part of the process for August. So.
Of course, you're already qualified for the Olympics, so you're coming through. So you're here, I know, for another interview, but we're watching a bit of you can commentate on some boulder for us here. So this is Oriane Berton on the slab. Good footwork required for this one.
Yeah, never been good on slab.
Yeah, it's a different level, isn't it? So Oriane matches. I mean, we know how good at slab climbing this lady is.
Yeah, she got so strong in the last year.
Yeah, she has won in Laval on a slabby wall and makes easy work of this, a flash. And that moves her way up the leaderboard.
I love the happiness every time a boulder climber reach the top.
Oriane especially, she's so fun
Yeah.
to watch climb like that. So Kyra Condi is wrestling with this boulder again, gets the knee locked in. 3 minutes 47 on the clock, and Natalia is on the powerful orange problem. Toes in underneath for Kyra, but comes down. So Matteo, what's next for you after this competition? Where are you heading to?
I have an Italian Cup, just when I return in Italy. And next competition will be Chamonix
Okay.
and Briançon. I'm looking to do all the competition, so stay focused. And
Okay, so
everything. Yeah, now I have a bit more time to go back on technique on the wall, and then I'm looking to reach Samuel.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
come on, hasn't he?
I think he's lonely up there.
And how's your beta? Because I know you've been tweaking it a little bit for the top section.
Yeah, still working a lot up there. A mistake I usually do in recent days is that I bend up the knee, the neck, so I go far from the wall and lose a lot of time there.
Okay.
So working on that.
Fascinating, those tiny margins you speed climbers do. Well, right now we're watching the boulder. Natalia's pulled on. Kyra powering away through the top. Doesn't work. Look at this one. Natalia, she has strapped up that knee. You know, I thought she'd banged it, but Alex called it and said she might have tweaked it.
She injured in the last days?
It was the first boulder, and that's actually pretty worrying for Natalia. Because I thought she'd hit it on the way down when she fell off, but she had some pretty deep heel hooks in.
Hope not so bad.
Exactly. So worrying times for Natalia. We'll have to wait and see on that. And Kyra shaking her head. She's outside of the top 6 at the moment. So it was a good thing we moved the speed competition to today. It's pouring with rain out there,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Imagine a competition under the rain. It would be maybe funny.
Yeah, a bit of spice for you guys slipping around. I don't think we'd see any world records though, but yeah, the rain hammering outside, but we're protected here in the TC.
I don't know, Sam is pretty strong, so maybe.
Yeah, he'd probably enjoy it, the challenge. Right, so Kyra gets the knee in, adjusts, palm underneath, wraps the thumb around the crimp. She looks so good up to here, and this is where it keeps... right.
She tried.
Oh, a big crossover move. Okay, well, we've got a couple more attempts. Natalia, I do think, is struggling a bit, and this is a knee-intensive boulder. I think she just needs to rest and have one last go at it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, when it's really physical, less up attempts are better.
Okay, 1 minute to go then. Natalia's been resting for a while. She pulls on again. Let's keep an eye on that knee. Is shaking it out. Double toes to start. That's the high heel. We'll not hang around on that for too long. She has to keep it
That
locked.
hold is horrible.
Oh, it's terrible. And then matching it, moving on it. Big move out.
She's on, she's on.
That's all she's holding on to, a little dish. Oh, the knee's going to be hurting. Hits the top, needs to flick the legs over. Doesn't need to. Gets the top and a smile on her face.
I love the hanger, how she put her heel up that hold.
That's good flexibility from her, but if you've got an injured knee and she's still shaking it out, it's a tough beater to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so we wait. So when are you out of Salt Lake? When are you flying home?
I'm gonna fly home this night because before all the other teammates, because I got lucky and I'll have a shooting from Dior in Rome.
Oh, what? Seriously?
I'm gonna start my model career.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
What, so
also
full
to me.
advert style? That's incredible.
Yeah.
What's the Dior line? Is there like a L'Oreal style because I'm worth it? Do you have to say something?
I don't know, probably just photos or videos.
This is
I'm not in those
brilliant.
kind of things, so
I can't
it
wait
will
to see
be
it.
crazy.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
And, Dior perfume. Maybe we can sponsor the IFSC. Who knows?
Oh.
Yeah, just put a good word in for us, okay?
Dior.
Yeah, I could do with smelling better. So, where have we gone with this conversation? Right, Anon Matsufuji is standing in the light. And there is Oceana Mackenzie. And we'll say goodbye to you, Matteo. Thank you for joining
Bye,
us. You have
everyone.
interview duties. We'll see you soon. So Osh Mackenzie gets stood up on the slab. Thank you to Matteo Zaloni for joining me in the commentary box. It was fun to have him. And Osh now stands up. Oh, with a big foot bobble, sends her back down to the ground. And Non, meanwhile, bumps up towards that dishy crimp. I mean, Alex was saying it's like a finger bucket. What he means by that is that there's a sort of a small dish in the hold. And he's right by, if it was on a vertical wall and you're pulling down on it, it's fairly easy to hold it. But that swing, ripping your fingers off the bucket is hard. So Osh thinks about using the initial holds as a foothold, change his mind, right foot and skipping out that middle hold. But it means she's got to put a lot of pressure through that foot and a big old move, and she has thought differently about it. So stands up nice and smooth, that right toe vital to bring up underneath, scrubbing. And now she can take a moment with no hands and just chill for a sec before heading towards the zone hold. Hasn't got the zone here, so this is important. Creeps the hand up towards it and will need to use it. And that foot movement there should be enough. It is now enough. Up to 9th. Still outside of the top 6. Will need a top. Full rubber on the hold. Rocks up. Oh, couldn't save it with the leg flicking around. So, progress for her. That initial top, super important, but if she can get this done, she's going to break into the top 6. Talia Grossman already up to 5th after those 2 tops. So, Osh rocks up once more. She's tried a few different things through the opening sequence of this boulder problem. I think she's going to commit to this one. And look at the poise as she presses that face against the wall, keeping her hips in. Trust the transition onto that right toe. Heels down for a moment as she brings in that left pinch now. She's got the zone awarded already. It's all about the next sequence of moves. This is where she started to fall before. We know there's a few ways through this. You can do it quickly, you can do it slowly, you can stop on that white volume. Non swings down as well. 1 minute 11 on the clock. So Oriane Berton currently leading the way. Now Nakamura, Brooke Rabatu, Megan, Natalia Grossman, and Lucia Dorfel is our current top 6. With Annie Sanders outside, just been pushed out due to attempts. Right toe dragging, catching the movement. Now stands on that foot, careful, careful. Oh, she's looking much better this time. In control, had a bit of a foot slip, enough of a hand to hold it. 16 seconds to go and she gets it done. It's like she suddenly pressed down on the accelerator there. And we wait for the score to be updated, and yep, up to 4th. So keeping us guessing to the last moment there. And I think she knows she's through and safe. Wow. It was sort of a slow burner of a semi-final, this, just gradually getting to this point. And now the boulders are being sent and we're starting to make sense of our top 6. Okay, Kyra, what have you got here? Teammate next to her, of course. Interestingly, taking off the tape. Was it taken on? No, it's been replaced with a sort of skin-coloured tape. It's actually even more heavily taped, I think. All right, Natalia needs to power her way through these moves. Slams that foot into the wall, nasty with the knee bar on that slightly tricky knee. Gets a toe in underneath. Oh, not quite holding that left crimp. We've seen so many people do that with a big swing off sideways. Kyra starts her slab climbing journey. Right toe on. You could see that balancing point just take her a little too far as she rocked over on that foot. Needs to slow the movement down ever so slightly. So Kyra with the toes down, eyes the zone hold. This is where she fell before. A little bit further, got the fingers in underneath on that pinch. Fifth is her best ever World Cup finish. Kyra getting huge support as always, but not making that thunder cling, whatever you want to call it. Natalia, meanwhile, is back to her previous high point, one move away from that. Gets a heel in underneath. Out she goes, better control, and using that foot kicking gets the white volume to stop the swing, and she's a move away. On Boulder 3, no one's done it so far. Will she be the first? Needs one hand into it, got a snatch, gets the body underneath, but no, not quite. Immediately asks for a brush, still being careful with that right knee of hers. Kyra, we flick to her as she falls. 2 minutes to go on this round. This is where Kyra just needs to rely on her experience. Maybe just completely slow this down. You can see a bit of frustration kicking in. She gestures at the wall. Natalia changes a shoe, so different model on the left. Well, Kara's absolutely nailed this sequence of moves. But not that one. And it's a lonely feeling out there. I'm not sure what Natalia's laughing at, but it's something. And this is a kind of a trick that Natalia Grossman will use sometimes, which is just that smile, remind yourself that you're here, enjoying it, and use that positivity to get you up the wall. It's a very interesting way of climbing, and it does work, I promise you. Try it in your gym. Right, a swing and a kick, flowing stuff from Natalia Grossman, much, much quicker as well, saving a little bit of energy for the top as she gets the right toe in, easily up with this right hand, weight underneath, catches it this time, gets confirmation, and that's another top. Well, she may be carrying a little injury, but boy, is she on form. That's 3 out of 4 for Natalia Grossman. Battling through some adversity out there on the mats. And Kara, yeah, just can't find the balance and biting point on that slab. Shakes her head and has to come down. Her comp is done. And in 17th. Disappointing after that brilliant qualifying round for her, but proof that the training is working. Right, Anon Matsufuji comes out onto the slab. You get to focus on just one athlete here. Right, Anon rocks up. Drags the toe up, just catches it in a very corner. Just that scrub of rubber stops the movement, slows it down, brings the left foot in now. Super confident from Anon. Has a little look down on what she has to stand on, but that was impressive stuff to flash the zone. But she is going to be outside of a finals place, hasn't got the 2 tops needed. Just to bump that ranking up though from 11th. So close to flashing that boulder, which is a tricky thing to do on a technical slab like that. And I think she'll have the range in it next time. She made the bottom look beautiful. And there is some members of the IFSC down at the front and coaches, Team USA as well. And I love that shot in the lights. Camera team getting artistic. Three minutes 10 on the clock. Flashed into the zone the first time. You're expecting her to do it again. Much more positive with that right toe, really banging into the wall to make it work. Up she comes to the zone, rotates the feet through. Little adjustments needed. Bumps the right foot out towards that slopey white volley. Makes some little adjustments. No. Well, it was a hesitation that did it. Bit of back and forth on the feet. And this is where you really do need to compose yourself, and you saw her doing that then. Having cruised through the first sequence, the fall there will be frustrating, but it's allowed her plenty of time to do it. Hits him with the toe, slightly different this time, underneath instead of in the corner. Trusts the right toe, stands up on it. Matches the zone hold, a little better from her, breathing hard, trying to regulate that. Chest pressed against the wall as she makes the move to the sloper. Hits it, no, got the double in. I just didn't have the angle on that. She was always going a bit too far to the right. I think if she does that match, she needs to drive through the movement. quickly go again. As Alex said earlier on in the broadcast, it's not the most physical of slabs, this, so you can keep going at it. She rests again, right. And on, one more time, we'll get stood up. So interesting how that toe's just hit in a different place. It's like, as long as it presses in, it's enough. Doesn't really matter where on that volume it hits. There's the minute mark. Makes the match underneath, wants to bring this foot in. Now, how's she going to do this sequence? I think either drive through or try to stop. She does drive through, hits the top, and that is fantastically well worked out. Great slab climbing. To come so close on attempt number one, have to reset a few times before finally figuring it out. Great work from Anon as she leaves the arena. So 22 seconds just to compose ourselves, bring our thoughts together. I can let you know the schedule as well. Tonight at 6 p.m. Salt Lake City time, we have the finals for the women. Alex Honnold joining me again in the commentary box for the final time. So make sure you come and catch up with that. I know you guys have been enjoying hearing his insights. And then we have a day, a bit of a break from broadcasting before we return for the paraclimbing competitions after that. So still lots of IFSC action ahead of us here in Salt Lake City. And this is the TC which has been converted into this arena. Jessica Piltz walking past there, down jacket on. It is chilly in the background. That's our musical team. You can see top right supporting Natalia as she comes on. Our last climber on the last boulder of the afternoon as we come up to just past midday here in Salt Lake City. You do get the feeling that Natalia has gone through a mental battle just to get to this point. She's already in the finals with 3 out of 3 boulders done in the top spot, but Natalia will fight on despite that knee tweak. Ooh, nearly lost it, managed to save it. Almost pistol squatting up into a better position. Eyes the zone hold. One hand on it. No, that little bobble's going to send her down. It's a problematic hold because you have to pop up to it, but the slightest miscalculation in direction and pressure means that you're not going to be able to save it with one of the thumbs in underneath. Still limping fairly heavily. I'm very worried for her. I'll make sure I go speak to the physio between rounds, between the semis and the finals, and make sure that she's okay. Give you guys an update back at home. Natalia making sure her shoes are clean, giving them a good brush. Here she goes again. This was the move. No, again, she tried to bring the right palm down there onto the white sloper, but it's falling before she could get that into action. You can see her brain ticking over, trying to calculate these movements. So much smoother through this sequence now. No toe this time, just straight towards the jib on the right, and it does commit to the palm. Well, she wanted to do that the go before, but this time really went for that right palm. Quick hand swap and a blow of that jib hold. Lots of technique required as she brings the feet through. Now searches for something on the bottom. Hits, swings, manages to hold it just. But it's blind now and around the corner, and you need to generate some swing, which she does. Matches the top. Natalia Grossman, 4 out of 4, the top spot, and easily out in front in this women's competition. We will, of course, see her again tonight, and we said it at the beginning that she is the one to beat this weekend, and that is certainly the case now from Natalia. Well, we will wait for confirmation of the results as she does rather worryingly kind of limp off But do remember, as I always say, this is a provisional result. So we'll be able to tell you the standings as we know them. There are sometimes appeals that happen off air. But what a battle from that lady there as she leaves the arena, hopefully to get some attention. Let's check out our top 6. So, Natalia Grossman, the #1 spot, 4 out of 4. Oriane Berton in second. Good fight from the French climber. Mao Nakamura, Brooke Rabatou, Oceana McKenzie, and Nele Migan will make up our top 6. After that, just missing out is Lucia Dorfel. Melody Sikawawa in 11th. Gat had a good round, 4 zones. Jessie Piltz, a bit disappointing from her, down in 14th. Sofia Yokiyama, 18th. And Kyra Condi down in 17th. Couldn't quite get the form that she found in qualies. Well, we will say goodbye for now. Return 6 p.m. here in Salt Lake City. Myself and Alex Honnold will be calling all of the action from the women's Boulder finals. Have a good afternoon if you're in our time zone. Have a wonderful sleep if you're in Europe. And we will see you soon for more IFSC action.